Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You can
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You can
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You can
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You can
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get
Are you gonna like let me join my show or like not? Hi. Good morning, everyone. So I literally just like rolled out of bed. Absolutely. Got some water on my body and in my mouth and and all of that stuff. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I was coming, okay. I wasn't expecting to go live, like at least like right now. But it's raining here, gross. So I guess we ain't gonna run outside too quick because it's raining here. So that's, pretty gross. So yeah, I love you guys. Welcome back to my show, the SeanDavieWay Show. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And I'm a girl. Yes, I'm late, but well, like it's okay. It's okay when you're a star. You get to be late. We're star girl, eager to be late. Y'all here? Oh well. Are you mad that I'm late or are you mad that you waited? Which one is which one? Are you mad at me or are you mad at you? Okay, because we late as a whole. We late as a group. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because y'all could have hit me up in the background and been like, Sean, you're late. Sean, you know you're supposed to have been live for at least like 5-6 minutes already. Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't. Y'all just pop up in here and I'm a girl. Yes. And then y'all be being mean to me. All of you. Okay. I just found out yesterday that I'm probably autistic. Okay. So that's probably another reason why I be late. Y'all didn't even think of that. Oh my God. Like I literally just found out that I probably like maybe on the spectrum. And here y'all go judging me. It's not of God. It's not of God. I'm sitting over here trying to live with autism and all of this, and y'all talking about late. So please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. The title of the show is Tasha K drags T.S. Madison for being jealous of Miss Netta. OMG. Foxo TGIF officially canceled. Al wins. Question mark. And I'm a girl. So we're going to talk about all that. We absolutely are. I saw y'all coming over here yesterday, dropping it in the chat, telling us something that we knew weeks ago. I'm just saying, you know, y'all was running in the chat like, Sean, it's canceled. Duh. I just told Claudia on my last show of the BET Awards, looky here, girl, it's July. I ain't seen nothing about no upcoming show and I'm a girl. It's July. It's July. So we already know that, all of us, even y'all. I'm like, how y'all come to, we all know this. I'm like, y'all come to, but okay, girl. Let's get into it without holding y'all any further. Now, of course, Tasha K went live about this did yesterday, and this was one of her topics. I'm a girl. Now, Claudia Jordan went on to what's his name? Carlos King. Carlos she interviewed. She absolutely did. Hold on, let me bring it to the front. Yeah, the first one. Okay. So yeah, she went over to Carlos King and she even brought up Tasha K. Tasha K was brought up, and you know, they talked about that. And they also talked a little bit about TGI you know, Fridays and whatnot. So now I'm only putting this up because Tasha K put all the receipts together, so I didn't have to put up screenshots. I'm like, oh, cool, perfect. So I just read them from here. Sound going in and out. Is it? Well, it's because I changed the screen. It should be fine now. I don't know why it does that when I pull up another screen. But you should be able to hear me now. Can you guys hear me now? Fine. Can you guys hear me now? Bueller. A good. I deserve. Okay. Shout out to Miss Tony Baby. I deserve, yes. Do I got a good? Shout out to Miss Tony Baby for the Super 6. She says, love you, Sean. Happy 4th. Thank you, sweetie. I love you too. Happy 4th to you as well. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And I'm a girl. I really appreciate that, and I earned it. The Lord put this on you. You were supposed to do that. Thank you, girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, okay, you guys say you can be great. So of course Tasha K comes and throws her shade towards Armon, Claudia, you know, yeah. But we're not getting into that. We're gonna get into what allegedly happened. So a couple weeks ago, the Foxo TGIF crew, which is Claudia Jordan, Al Reynolds, and Armon Wiggins, went on a vacation that turned into an hiatus after this roast that was given. Which let's pull that up too. Why not? Hold on, girl. Let's pull up the roast, you know, to add context just for people that don't know exactly what we're talking about in the McGraw. Let me pull that up really quick. So after this roast, the show was going on vacation anyway. So it's not like they went on vacation because of the roast in the McGraw, but that did happen. So let's get into this. Pause. Boom. And then it is.
Without his notes.
Oh.
Very I've seen grocery store lists with more spontaneous insight. And let's not forget his legendary struggle with names and words. Al, it's successful, not successful. It's like watching a toddler trying to pronounce spaghetti. Oh, and how could I forget Al's clout chasing antics? He's got all these celebrities friends, but the best part, none of these celebrities actually know they're supposed to be friends with him. And as if that wasn't enough, Al is currently on a mission to get our talk show canceled. His nasty, childish, slightly jealous attitude is working overtime to torpedo our show. It's like he's auditioning for a soap opera villain role. But despite all the chaos, let's not forget it's your birthday, Al. Okay? So here's to you. May your future be as drama-free as your past has been drama-filled. Happy birthday, Al.
That was ratchet, and I enjoyed every second of it. Thank you, Armon. Thank you.
Form a thought without his notes. Very I've seen grocery store lists with more spontaneous insight. And let's not forget his legendary struggle with.
Okay, so that was the roast that was done on Al Reynolds for Al Reynolds' birthday. And again, it obviously did not go over well. So after this happened, there was a vacation that the three from the crew of the TGIF Soul, Fox Soul TGIF, they were all going on vacation. So it was going to be about a week that they were going to be doing that. And that turned into an hiatus to where it's going to be longer of the return of the show. So then we found out on July 3rd, which was yesterday, after Armon and Claudia both came forward and said that the show would be coming back in July and that the show was not canceled. Both of them come forward. Hold on, let me pull this back up. Both of them, Armon Wiggins and Claudia Jordan, and my girl, pull that up. They come forward and say, oh, let me go to the beginning. Okay, so Claudia says, unfortunately, TGIF will not be returning to Fox Soul after our hiatus. 2019 to 2024. What a run. Soulmates, I love you, and you already know I'll never stop pushing to give y'all more shows in the future. And I'm a girl. So that's what Claudia said. And then Armon pivoted off the same thing and said, I regret to inform you that TGIF, which you pretty much copy paste. I regret to inform you that TGIF will not be returning from its hiatus. I deeply appreciate the opportunity we had to create and share the show. Thank you to all of the fans and soulmates for your unwavering support. And I'm a girl. So both of them said this, and I'm just confused because, now I blame Cat Williams. I'm just confused by this because both of these people said the show was coming back. Are we just going to hop and skip and jump over that? Because that is something that should be being discussed. Like, okay, well, what made y'all think that the show was coming back? Who told y'all? What it gives is that Claudia told Armon that the show was coming back in July. Because they do the same things on the same day, is what I've noticed. When Claudia came forward, when this originally happened, and said that the show would be returning in July, when Armon went live over here on YouTube, he said the same thing. And it was on the same day. I went and asked Claudia if the show was returning that same day, and Claudia said yes, that it would be returning in July. It is now July, and the show is not here. So what, like, who told Claudia that? I wonder what producer told Claudia that the show was coming back that would make her go and tell Armon, because it feels like, and this is just my opinion, that Armon was in the dark with a lot of stuff that was happening behind the scenes. I think that Al and Claudia, obviously being there longer, had a connection with the team, the Fox Soul team, that they would transfer information to them and let them know like what was going on and whatnot. And it gives that Armon was being contacted by certain, because he would be the front runner of the information, and it seems like it's secondhand. It seems like Claudia says something and then Armon says something. So it's like they're either getting the information at the same time, or Claudia's getting the information and giving it to Armon, is what is given that it doesn't sound like too many people from Fox Soul was in contact with Armon. I do believe he was in contact with some people from there, obviously, but not the shakers and movers. It's like levels to it, right? And it's like Claudia and Al talk to the people up here, and Armon talk to the people down here, right? So Claudia and Al are getting certain information first that Armon's not getting until later, right? So either the people up here, either Al or Claudia is telling Armon something, or it, it's going down the pole, down the ladder, and then it get to, him when it get to him, type of situation. So I think it's one of either, but the show not coming back, in my opinion, is Claudia's fault. Now, I like Claudia. I do. I like Claudia Jordan. I don't have a problem with her. I don't. This isn't a bashing or anything like that. But in my opinion, the show is done because of Claudia, not because of Al, and not because of Armon. No. These problems existed before Armon stepped foot on that set or on the show. Before he came over as a guest host or anything like that, all of this stuff was already brewing, right? Between Claudia and Al. But the problem when it comes to these things brewing between Claudia and Al is that I've always felt that Claudia was putting the blame onto Al because he may have a better relationship in the industry. Men do get more respect they do. I don't know if it's the commanding presence, or what it is, but men are given, a certain caliber over women. So I do think that it's a man's game or a man's world type. A lot of the producers are like males and whatnot. So it's just easier to communicate with somebody like Al. I don't think Al was necessarily running things. I think that because, again, this was Claudia's brainchild, Fox Soul TGIF. This was her baby, right? And with her having, Fox Soul be her baby, I think Claudia running around talking and, being real messy, it getting back to the producers made it easier for them to just talk to Al, and just Al be because he's not messy like Claudia. Again, all of this stuff that's happened and transpired, Claudia and Armon have been the only people talking. Al has not been saying anything. Al has not went live and addressed Armon nor Claudia. Besides, right after the incident happened on Fox Soul, he went over to Funky Dineva and told Funky Dineva to watch it. But he hasn't spoke. He's not doing interviews talking about Claudia or Armon. He's not doing live shows on YouTube or anywhere else discussing them. He's not doing that. So it's weird that Armon and Claudia keep saying that Al is the problem when he's the most silent. In these situations, the loudest people in the room make it an issue, instead of just being quiet and waiting and see what's going to truly unfold. Claudia going around doing lives, attacking Al, saying that this is Al's fault, Al this, Al that, Al. And then you got Armon on the other side of town pretty much doing the same thing. It makes things worse. It's not going to make them better. Y'all are targeting him publicly. So if you don't want him to look like a victim, why do y'all keep victimizing him? Because that's what y'all doing at this point in time. It's kind of just back off, and just let the cards fall where they're going to fall. I don't think Armon did that, and I don't think Claudia did that either. Battery and backs, I don't feel that Claudia put a battery in Armon's back. Armon is a grown-ass man. Armon wrote that roast. Armon said that roast. It was not Claudia approved, besides her giggling and kikiing to the things that she basically told Armon in the background that he is now weaponizing and using against Al. Let's keep it real. He grown. He did that by himself. Did nobody put no how can you put a battery in somebody that Armon is an individual? He capitalizes off of being an individual as well. So how does it go from Armon is his own person, own personality, own this and whatnot, to all of a sudden he's just this wounded deer and Claudia the one that, wounded him? No, he did that because he wanted to. So whatever consequence came from it, that is Armon's fault, not Claudia's. Because Claudia roasted Al too. She didn't say anything that Armon said, although she gave Armon this information. So if Claudia's not saying anything, neither am I. I'm that type of person. Now, if something's like literally going on with Claudia and Al to where I feel like Claudia needs protection within that point, then it will be within that point. I'm not going live doing what I would, like I said, I don't blame Armon for the roast. I would have roasted Al too. I just when it did it like that, made it so personal to the job. And Armon knew what he was doing because he was saying in the roast that there are certain things that I'm not going to say to keep my job. So then you know what you're doing right now is inappropriate. Like it's inappropriate. Personally, coming for him and whatnot, I mean, that is what it is. But to add and equate the job inside of there, it makes it look like the workplace is hostile. It makes it look as if there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And this is a clever way of me letting you know that we're basically prisoners, here due to Al. Al got us in a cell with the key, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't show any unity or anything like that. Like the Fox Soul crew, y'all were still a group. And if this is Claudia's baby, then Claudia should have led instead of followed, because she never wanted Armon on the show. Claudia, let's keep it real. Claudia, you never wanted Armon on the show. If you wanted Armon on the show, why were you in my DM asking me if I wanted to be on it? If Armon, he had already co-hosted and all of that. So if you thought Armon was a good fit, what you talking to me for? Yeah. So when Tasha says that Claudia did not want Armon, she even told Armon that. So it's not a secret that Claudia didn't want Armon on the show. So how does Claudia go from not wanting Armon on the show to him with the bat swinging for her? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me. I wish a person that didn't want me on the show would convince me to go live and roast somebody for her. Like, girl, please. Girl, Claudia, you're on your own. Just like you was on your own before I got here, you're on your own now. That's how I would have stayed. And that's just me keeping it real. So that was Armon being his own worst enemy at that point in time. To put his job on the line for someone, and it makes sense with Claudia inviting Armon to these events and stuff like that. It's kind of like she feels like she owes him. Now, although she swears that she had no influence, on what's going on, then because you wasn't in, Armon wasn't at events with you and whatnot before this whole Al situation, you could have been inviting him places. Why are you inviting him places now? Do you feel like I'm gonna do you a solid, get you around some celebrities, and stuff like this? Hopefully you can bring some of them on your show and whatnot. I got this event coming up and this one, blah, blah, blah. It's like doing them a solid. Hey, girl. Hey, your mama, Tasha K. Boo. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Y'all get over there to TashaKOnStage.com, and I'm a girl. Get y'all tickets. She's gonna be in Indianapolis on Sunday, and I'm a girl. All right, Indiana, get ready. Here come Tasha K. So, So I just found that really confusing. That. Because she didn't want him on the show. She didn't. And I'm being honest, Claudia. So I'm not like coming for you, or anything like that. Honestly, if you wanted Armon on the show, why were you even after? Because once Armon came and co-host on the show, that should have been it. Like, oh, we got him. We got our person. We got the person that we're going to. But Claudia had no say. Because if Claudia had say, Armon would have never been on the show. Let's tell the truth. If Claudia had say, Armon would have never been sitting on that panel. And Armon, even you know I'm not lying. You know I'm not. That was the static that you and Claudia had in the first place. Like, I mean, it's what it gets. She didn't want you on the show. If she could have chose, it wouldn't have been you. It just is what it is. I'm gonna keep it froggy. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything for anybody. So I'm always gonna keep it real. And Claudia wanted Funky Dineva to stay on the show. Claudia, you didn't want Funky to leave. You didn't, because as much as we as people, a lot of people don't like change. So even though you and Funky may not have had the best dynamic between each other, you would rather deal with what you know, while a lot of people break up with people and get back with them because they really don't want to get out there and learn a new person. They would rather just deal with what they're dealing with because at least they know what they're expecting. So you didn't want him to leave. That's how I really know that was Funky's choice to leave the show. That was his choice. It didn't have anything to do with y'all. And that's another thing with Claudia. Too, them trying to say, even Armon said, hold on, let me get to that. Armon said, okay, right here. I really have tried to turn a new leaf, but honestly, Al got what he wanted. I wasn't lying when I said he was trying to get the show canceled and me fired. Al was making more money than Armon. Fact. Why would Al want to get rid of a check for you? That has never made sense. That it sounds like Claudia talking. That doesn't sound like you, Armon. It sounds like influence, like somebody's influencing this thought process. Because why would I want to get rid of a check that I'm making more of a person because I don't like what? That don't make sense. Why would Al want to get rid of a big check for talking, y'all? This sitting on Fox Soul ain't building no planes and buildings and it ain't hard labor. It's sitting there going like this with a green screen behind you. Why do I want to lose thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars for talking because I don't like you? I don't know. Maybe Armon is going to go live and explain that, because I just don't understand why get. Even fucking Dineva said he was making great money. He just said he can make it on his own. Okay, Al and Funky Dineva's personalities are completely different. Funky Dineva is extremely entertaining. He has a big following. All of that. Al, meh. But he's professional. So with Al being super professional, he could get a show anywhere. You could look up and he could be on national TV. With his like literal own show, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, you never know. And Tasha K said, the gag is Al got his own show on Fox Soul. Now, I've said that from jump. I've said now, if Al has the power to get Claudia or the show canceled, as Claudia and Armon was saying, then I could see him doing it to get his own show, because what it gives is that Al want both of y'all gone. It's the energy that Al was giving, and I think that's why Al stayed silent. And I also think that that's why it may be a possibility that Al may have his own show. Fox Soul does still have to fill that time slot, right? Or give someone else a different time slot, because Fox is losing a lot of money, paying all of these people, or these three people, a lump sum of money to do a job, and they're not really profiting off of it. That's why they didn't give Funky Dineva more money, because even with him being on the show, they weren't making they're not doubling what they are paying the talent. Yes, the show is over. It's done. They're not doubling it. That's when it gets to the point where you could pay the talent more, you know, and stuff like when you're making a profit. When you're putting more into the business than what's coming out of the business, is going to make things a little tricky. And that's why I think that the Fox Soul producers were kind of happy that Armon did what he did, because it gave them a reason to get rid of the show so that they could get rid of these, because they signed contracts. So it's not like they were just word of mouth, you know, and whatnot. No, they're contractually bound to do these things, to be showing up, you know, all of that, right? The contract. So I don't think that they were making enough money for the show anyway. I think that they were losing money, and these big companies, they want to make money. Fox wants to make money off this situation, and the views, it's not like they're getting millions of views. If you on your Shannon Sharp Club, Shay Darner, every video you do, you getting 200,000, 300,000, 400, a million, 2, 3 million, then yeah, that's, you're gonna make the company's gonna be making the money. So why not pay them more and keep them around and whatnot? The show back when it first started, I think, was a lot more successful than it is right now. When you have moving parts of a show, it makes people turn away. When people see something that they like it. When you start changing it and moving parts and stuff, people would get all confused and all, they be like, and then they just check out. the drama has gotten more attention than the show gets itself. Let's just get real. Wasn't nobody really talking about Fox Soul before the drama. Although we all know drama sells, drama is more entertaining, but at the same time, you should still have something entertaining about your show if you're gonna be paying somebody, to do this. So, and it's a hard thing to come back from. Everybody knows about all of this drama, all of this tension is here. Al at this point, why would he want anything to do with Claudia? Like, I'm sure Al don't even want to look at her, like, let alone sit on a show with two people that publicly, basically, stabbed him in his back. He was cool with Armon at one point. He was cool with Claudia at one point, and now they're not. So, bye-bye. That's just what that word. Again, Al did not get this show canceled. Again, they were on hiatus. So how can you get a show canceled on your own network? How University with me, love you, girl. So I'm going to clear that up. The producers are over Claudia, is what it gave. The producers were sick of her. Claudia going around sitting on her IG live saying Al, because they removed the show of the roast. They took it off. Claudia said on the live, I wish I had people that. So you talk about the producers. You talk about Fox, right? If we hear it, they hear it. Her live just so happens to get cut off when she's about to say the whole story about her and Al and how this all started and all of that. I don't know. And I see y'all just still in the chat saying that that Al is the reason the show is canceled. How? Explain it. If Al is the reason the show is canceled, explain it. Because it's a lot of mess that's going on. We get that. He said, she said, this person said, that person said. I get that. But how did Al get the show canceled? What did he do? What did he do to get the show canceled? I don't feel that way. I feel that Al did not want to work with Claudia anymore. And I feel that Al did not want to work with Armon anymore. I'm not making Al a victim. He's not a victim within this situation. But there's no victim because this is all mess. There's no victim. And everybody is for self. I've said that time and time again too. They're all for self. Armon is for self. Claudia is for self. And Al is for self. That's not a team. A team don't have no I in it. Everybody, I. Claudia, I. Armon, I. Al, I. Everybody is I. Don't nobody care about the show. It's not about the show anymore. That's over with. Mentally, all of them checked out. They all checked out. It wasn't getting the attention that it was supposed to be getting. The producers were lowering pays and stuff. So it was a wrap. So the show was canceled, but when Funky left, I think the ratings and stuff went down because again, everybody's used to seeing certain people. So when you start changing things up, no different than music groups, and we see TLC, it's Chili, Left Eye, and T-Boz. You change any one of those components, then that's why Destiny's Child struggled for so many years because they kept changing. Fifth Harmony, it's a wrap. Like once you start changing it up, we're over it. It's like, girl, please, not who y'all today. Like it was 5 of y'all yesterday, now it's 4, now it's 3, now it's 3 again, but this one is even different. It's just too much. So people check out. That's why Beyonce and them left it how it was. They didn't bring no more members. They said, you know what? It's just gonna be us 3. It's just gonna be me, Kelly, and Michelle. Like that. That's it. Because, girl, this is just too much. That group was like a revolving door. Every time you looked up, new members or less members. So that's how it was with this. Fox Soul knows it's a bad business strategy to remove Al from the show. It wouldn't have been a good look for Armon and Claudia to come back without Al. It would have threw the whole dynamic off of the show. So people want to say because I feel like Al quit. I feel like Al didn't want anything else to do with the show. And at that point in time, he had that right. And not because of Armon's roast, what was said in the roast. And then you got Claudia going around here, Al. This is all Al's fault. And then Armon, not to say that he should have been apologetic, but he wasn't. Armon was just kind of like, oh, well, it is what it is. So why would both of these parties don't give up about him? What is the point of coming and sitting around people that don't want you there? Like, what's the point? Y'all want the show, y'all can have it. So, but Al, I don't feel that has creative control over the show to say the show is over. No. Claudia giving Al way more power than what he actually has. She feels because her power declined being the creator of it being her baby, since her power was declining, she felt like Al's was going up when it wasn't. It's just Al is more relatable, he's more professional, and it's easier to talk to him. With Claudia, you don't know what information gonna be out there and what information not. And when you going out telling people about information about board meetings and stuff like that, when the team is getting together, send down powwowing and brainstorming and whatnot, you becoming a liability. So at this point, Claudia was so upset with Al and jealous of Al because Claudia, that's what that is. That's jealousy. You were jealous of Al. You were jealous of the treatment that Al got from Fox Soul. You were jealous of it because you felt more entitled to it. So that does not make you a victim because you started something and you have been so messy throughout the process of it to where even the producers and the higher ups lost faith in you. Lost faith in you and wanted to put it into somebody else that they had a better professional relationship with. And you became jealous when you could have fixed it. You could have fixed the problem by doing this. This all you have to do. That's all you have to do. That was it. Because bosses are going to respect that. Because when you have a big business, you have to make decisions, and a lot of them are going to be hard. You're going to have to make a lot of hard decisions. And having loyalty to a person when you've been working with them for quite some time, like Claudia, it's not easy for Fox Soul to just dismiss her. Like they're unappreciative of the opportunities even she's brought in their way. Like, no, I don't feel like that's an easy thing to do. But at the end of the day, Claudia was her own worst enemy. Just like Armon was his, and I feel like Al was his own as well. Because Al gives, in the public, I'm this nice person. But then behind the scenes, it gives, wow. Well, both of those things are true. See, what Armon did was brought behind the scenes to life. He just made it public. He just made it public. So that wasn't him being fake. That was him being real. Just, this isn't the place for that. I just don't feel like what was being said in the roast. I would have said it there. I would have said it to Al's face, but I wouldn't have said it. No, because then that's me and Al. If he and I are at an establishment or something, and I'd be like, you know what, and you do this, that I would understand. But publicly at work, in front of everyone, calling out work woes and speaking from behind the scenes of what's going on, that's not a good look. And Claudia knew that, because Claudia could have said the same things Armon said. She did not. She kept it cute in her roast. She sure did. That's why it was easy for people to be like, oh, well, Claudia, this is you. You said all that stuff to Armon. Hold on, because Armon's no victim. Armon didn't have to say none of that. That roast, to me, was Armon showing his loyalty to Claudia. That's what that were. That roast and Claudia sitting there laughing and keying at it was both of them saying you to Al. That's what that was. Them drawing the line and letting him know he on the other side of it. Yeah, we don't with you. And here's why. Because, again, Armon hasn't been there long enough to have been going through all of these like woes with Al. Now, I'm sure there's some experiences that Armon had with him, but not these. No, Claudia and Al been doing this for years. You just got here. So yeah, I'm sure you've experienced some things, but not all this. You haven't experienced all of these things. It's more so of like, rumors around the job, around the workplace. And you're throwing all the rumors out there, all of Claudia's rumors. Because she's where the information came from. Didn't no producer tell Armon that? No, Claudia. and that is evident. Like that is no secret. But Claudia wants to make it look like she's not the problem, that it's out. No. Y'all got to stop that. You and Armon, both of y'all need to stop blaming Al. There's no reason to blame him. Why are y'all giving him so much power? Fox ain't even letting us know that he got this type of power, but y'all are? Like, I don't understand that. It sounds envious. It sounds like both of y'all may be envious of him in some way, shape, or form. If y'all are naming treatment that he's getting, it means that you aren't. It means the treatment that he's getting, y'all should be getting too. That's what that was. I just feel like, yeah, it's unfortunate if they were going through those things. I don't know. I wasn't there. So I can't tell Armon how to feel. I can't tell Claudia how to feel. But as an outsider looking in from the things that I've seen, yeah, no, Al don't have this power that y'all are giving him. If anything, I think Al is treated kindly. I don't think that they're treated badly. I just think that Al is a networker. Al likes to build certain relationships with people. So, you know, it's different when you see somebody at work and you like, hey, but it's different when you see somebody at work and then you sitting down with them at work, y'all talk to each other, y'all exchange information, talk about each other's families, you know, and stuff like that. And that is what Al gives. You know, Claudia and Armon give, hey, you know, like, hey, nice to see you. You know, like, is what it, and I feel like Al actually wants to build, you know, relationships with people, because you never know how long something is going to last. You're going to look up and, you know, this could be over when it is. What connections do I have? What do I do next? Where do I go next? You know, and whatnot. So him getting a show on Fox, if Al Reynolds has his own show, that makes complete sense. It really does. Because out of this situation, Al has been the most professional. He has. I would not have said a word if I was on the show, whether I was Claudia, whether I was Al, or whether I was Armon, I wouldn't have uttered a word. When they got the word that the show was over, it would have been the first time that I talked. Then I would have spoke, because it's over. So now that it's over, I can say my experience. I can say what went down, all of that. And you also could ruin other relationships too. People that are partnered with Fox and stuff like that. I don't want to miss out on those opportunities that could come my way, because a lot of opportunities we miss and don't even know about. We have no idea, because when you're on social media, you have different eyes on you. So you never know whom is watching. So I would not have done that. I mean, I would have roasted Al. I would have. But I wouldn't have done it like that. No, because again, it's not a good look. It isn't. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying this to step on nobody's toes or anything like that, but I just don't feel like Al should be being blamed when he is the only person not speaking. If Claudia is, oh, this is Al's fault. Al's been trying to get the show canceled. Al's been trying to get me fired. Al's been trying to get Armon fired. What? And then you got Armon still co-signing it and saying, I tried to turn over a new leaf. How did you try to turn over a new leaf? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, I fried the out of him, I reached out to him, and still no bueno? Still like, what does that mean? What is that trying to turn over what new leaf? How can you turn over a new leaf with the person that started all of this stuff, which would be Claudia? Claudia brought all this to the forefront. Claudia made Al this public issue. Claudia tried to make him public enemy number one in the Fox Soul arena. She tried to do all that. This wasn't Al. Now, I do believe Al is messy. I do. But he does have a certain professionalism to himself, to where he's only going to speak on certain things. The reason why I feel like Fox was probably willing to work with Al again is because he is professional. All of the drama is coming from Armon and Claudia. Keep it honest. If you look around at most of these videos, Armon and Claudia. People really not talking about Al, besides the fact they saying that he is the reason that the show is canceled. It's three of y'all. So if the show is done, it's because of all 3 of y'all. It's all 3 of y'all fault. What do you mean? It's not Al's fault. It's Claudia's, it's Armon, and it's Al's. It's all of your fault. Because they take a group. If a group break up, the group broke up. It's not, oh, because of this one bad scene, this one bad seed. It's all because of Al. No, because if y'all were actually working together, see, Armon and Claudia were working together against Al instead of just working together. Again, Claudia never wanted Armon on the show. There's that. There's that. So do I feel like she put a battery in Armon's back? No, but I do feel like she weaponized him. She did. She weaponized him, and her weaponizing wasn't him going live doing this. No, Claudia's weaponizing Armon was having Armon on her side. That was the weapon, not him going on that. That's what I say. Yeah, no, that was him. That don't have nothing to do with her. Like, it don't. I mean, it is what it is. If you and I are talking about our coworker, and you tell me I'm the newbie on the scene, and you tell me all of this stuff that didn't happen before I came and whatnot, with it being fact, okay, cool. Now, when I have an opportunity to turn this into ammunition and use it against that person, I'm going to do that. Will be no different if our Al did a roast and said all of the stuff that Claudia was saying about Armon. Because Claudia, you were talking about Armon. Girl, please. Ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way in the world. You felt like Al was using Armon to try to get you fired, Claudia, right? And then you said that then Armon found out that Al was trying to use Claudia to get Armon fired. Okay, so that means that Al was talking to both of y'all, right? Okay. Well, Al talking to both of y'all, because he don't know who to trust. Armon just got here and Claudia don't fuck with him. So Al didn't know who to trust. So him talking to both of y'all, it sounds like Claudia was talking about Armon to Al and vice versa. All y'all was talking about each other. All y'all. It does seem as if Armon went with the one he felt that was better suited in his life. And I think that he felt that maybe Claudia was the better like hangout friend, or you know, the better connection to have, and sided with Claudia and took Claudia's side again. I ain't seen Armon at any events with Al. I've not seen that, but I've seen him at events with Claudia. So yeah, it does feel that she pulled him in, pull him under me, you know, and whatnot, and used him, you know, but vicariously. When you brainwash somebody, pretty much, you know, you can put a whole bunch of stuff in their mind about someone's kind of like doing it to your kid, telling them a whole bunch of bad stuff about their parent, and they're going to drop them off with that parent. Okay, because the kid trusts you, or, you know, they're going to have these feelings, you know, they're going to be defensive, you know, when they're over there because they were just told all of these things about you. But it's up to the child or the person, whether they want to react, you know, and treat them a certain, like, be mean to the other parent because they heard that that parent was being mean. So, you know, the one, you know, so it's up to them. They could just stay out of it, or they can join. So that was the, yeah. So I do feel like Claudia was kind of vicariously pushing Armon behind the scenes to not deal with Al, not publicly. I don't think that she wanted that. So Sean, you're saying that common denominator is Claudia. I said it in my notes. Al didn't get the show canceled. Claudia did. It was her show. How is this your show, but he got it canceled? That's what I'm saying. They're giving him too much power. Like I really feel like they're giving him too much power. Claudia nor Armon is going to get any Fox producer to come out and say, y'all are right. We ended the show because of Al. That's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. I know, my girl. See, it's weird. People like you. Please don't talk to me. don't ask me stupid questions. And I'm a girl. I'm not scared of nobody. So are you and Armon still cool? Because I feel like he be referring to you as a hater low key, but you're my fave. If Armon feels like I'm a hater or anything like that, that's on him. That don't have nothing to do with me. He know my address. It's SeanDavieWay Show. So it just is what it is. I'm always going to stay unbiased. I'm never going to kiss anybody's ass. I don't owe Armon anything, and he don't owe me anything either. I'm giving commentary just like I'm giving it on anybody else. And I'm a girl. I do the same thing with Tasha K and other people. If I feel like you're right, I'm going to say you're right. If I feel like you're wrong, I'm going to say you're wrong. Like, yeah. So I don't care. But like, and that's another thing too. If he didn't say my name, like, don't come be messy and put it in chats and stuff like that because y'all want to see a battle or anything like that. If Armon wants to beef, he knows what to do. There's never anybody that hit go live that I'm afraid of. Nobody, buddy. So that's just is what it is. But I don't have a problem with Armon. He ain't did nothing to me. So what would I be, hating for? I'm nobody's cheerleader but my children. Those are the only people I'm gonna be biased with. I'm not gonna be biased with anybody else. So yeah, so if he's talking to me, he'll let that be known. But until then, like I said, I don't have a problem with Armon. I don't have a problem with Claudia. Are we about to talk about TS? I don't have a problem with TS. I don't have a problem with Miss Netta. I don't have a problem with any of these people, but I will not sugarcoat myself or edit myself for somebody else's approval. I'm not looking for it. I'm not looking for anybody's approval. I do everything alone. I'm a lone wolf. I don't need no clout from nobody. None of that. I am clout. I mean, here flip. So, but yeah, that's my thing. If you see he say SeanDavieWay, then come put it in my chat. But if he's just talking in subliminals and stuff like that, I mean, it just is what it is. I don't do that. I put addresses on it. If I had a problem with him, I would say it. I would fry. I would roast. I would do all of that. I don't have a problem with Armon. I don't. Shout out to him. I said that Armon shouldn't get fired. It was a first time, him, really being on a platform like that, and whatnot. The rules aren't necessarily clear. So I don't feel like he should have been fired for it. Like I've said that multiple times. And that's all I'm going to say. I do not agree with his roast. I don't think that he should have did it in that way. I've never said he shouldn't have roasted Al. No, he should have. He ain't got to dumb himself down or make himself less talented or less of a key because you got sensitive people out here in the world. Like, no, I don't feel like he has to do that. Not at all. But I would have kept it off the workplace. That's all. I would have kept it off the workplace. That's all I said. So if that makes a person say that I'm a hater, all of this stuff, girl, I'll be that. As long as anybody calling me no ass kisser, I would prefer to be labeled as a hater. So yeah, again, yeah, I don't care at all whatsoever. But yeah, he know how to come knock on my door, just like I would come knock on his. I have Armon's phone number, so if I felt some type of way about him, he would be the first one to know. He would. I wouldn't go live shading him, none of that. I wouldn't go on no community wall shading him, none of that, because I don't care about shade. I care about addresses. I care about locations dropped. I care about stuff like that. Like, girl. So moving right along back into the content, like I said, Claudia's ego ruined the show. Yeah. The roast did not help. It didn't. Why would I want to be connected to people that don't like him? I wouldn't want to be. Why sit there on the show like, oh, because I'm a fry. Like, okay, y'all don't like me. Okay. Y'all gonna get a show. Oh, y'all gonna get a show, girl. Oh, you're gonna get a show, girl. So, ooh, girl, you're gonna get a show. But that's just not what that word. So, because I'm a firm believer, if you can dish, you can take. So you come for me, any chance I get to come for you, I'm gonna take it. It just is what it is. Again, it ain't nobody that ever hit go live, go on air that I'm afraid of. That we can take it there. We can handle that. Like, we absolutely can't. Say less, girl. Say less. So that's how I feel about it, But I'm not a hater, because a hater would go ask somebody. This would be the time to really like drill into Armon. This would be the time to really like kick him while he down, because Fox Soul was still a great opportunity for him. Like it would be a great opportunity for anybody that is doing social media or like a YouTube channel or TikTok, or something like that. It's great exposure. You get to the interview and talk to people that you're not necessarily putting this stuff together. You kind of just get to show up and you never know who's going to be there. So like that, it's a good look. It really is. It was a great look for him. That's why I didn't want him to get fired. So, but that's just me keeping it real, because I'm real. I didn't want this to happen. I didn't. Like, I'm not sitting, yay, the show is over. Like, That's unfortunate. It really is. But let's call a thing. We can't say Armon is the reason that the show is over. No, he is not. Again, the problems existed before he got there. Claudia was telling Armon about a bunch of stuff that happened before he got there. So how would it be his fault? No, it's Claudia's. It is. He could have worked it out with Al. Her and Al could have been on one accord. And they could have took that opportunity while the show was getting new people, while they were revolving the panel until they found a fit. They could have worked it out then. It was just them. So they had plenty of time to like powwow and really like iron out their issues. Claudia didn't want to work out her issues with Al because she is narcissistic. And Al didn't care to work out his issues with Claudia because he's narcissistic too. So, and, you know, they didn't want to work it out. They wanted to be, I'm not even going to say they. It more so gives Claudia wanted to. Because Claudia felt like Al was stepping on her toes. But her issue was with Fox Soul. She's taking that out on Al because Al is easier. He's an easier target. That's just how I feel. Al his name ain't on her check. His name ain't on her check. So that's really who she had a problem with. It was Fox Soul. And I do think she sprinkled some of her issues on top of Armon's head, hoping that Armon would isolate himself from Al and partner with her against him. And she got that. She did. I don't feel like they had a conversation. It was like, oh, well, when we do the birthday roast tomorrow, go up there and fry Al. Go up there, Armon, and say everything that I told you about Al. I don't feel that way. I just don't. And neither one of them have said that. Armon said he wrote it down. It was his. It came from his brain. So it was his brainchild. So, no. It's not a battery. Putting a battery, I can put a battery in my son back. You want to know how? I can make an issue and say like, oh, this kid next door, he keep cussing at me and saying things and whatnot. And he said he's going to do this and they're going to do that. That's me putting a battery in my son back. Because when my sons see that child, especially if they're around the same age, it's going to be some smoke. It's going to be some smoke. I'm married. I'm telling my husband that it's this dude that's stay on the first floor. Every time I go downstairs, he's saying this to me. Or he looking at my booty. I don't feel comfortable going inside of the laundry room because he being there trying to holler at me and all of that. You think that when that man see that man, it's going to be... That's a battery. Yeah. What Armon said to... Claudia has told me the same stuff about Al. Why am I not cussing Al out and saying these things to Al? Because I don't give a... Because it's one-sided. It's just what Claudia is saying. I don't know Al's side. So because Claudia speak, don't make it gospel. Because she's saying a lot of her feelings, how she feels, and feelings can be wrong. They can be interpreted wrong. So for Armon to get up there on that platform and say what he said, there was no fucking battery. He said it because he wanted to. Like, he didn't have to. He didn't have to say those things. She didn't. She didn't. So why did Armon feel the need to? Because he chose a side. So no, that's not a battery. That's choosing a side. That's what that is. No. A battery is when you feel like you don't really have a choice. You have to show your loyalty within this moment. No. A battery putting your back, you and your friends hanging out, and some people try to run up on them. Now you feel entitled to fight with them because it's a battery putting your back. You have to show your loyalty within this moment in time. How was Armon being called to the carpet? How was he being called to the carpet to prove his loyalty to Claudia? What, did they have like a deal or something? Like, if you go cuss him out, then you can come here with me, or I'll give you this. Or like, no, that was a choice. He chose to write that stuff down, and he chose to say it. Where is the battery? Because Claudia couldn't put no battery in my back. I don't care how cool we are. I don't care how cool we are. She can't put no battery in my back. What her issues are with Al, those are her issues with Al. That don't have nothing to do with me. I'm not going to jump into this when it's a losing battle. It's called pick and choose your battles. This wasn't a battle for Armon. It wasn't. He should have let them handle that. And he coming in the youngest person. Like, how he in his 30s and both of y'all girl. How is the oldest, the youngest person in the room supposed to be the most mature? Because that's what it gives. With me, if it was us three, myself, Claudia, and Al, our show would still be going. It would still be happening. It would still be going on. Because can't nobody put nobody in my bag. If I chose to say something to Al, that's me. Even if the information came from Claudia. So what? I don't have to say anything. I would be choosing to. So no, Claudia did not put a battery in his back. No, I just don't feel that way. I don't. Yeah, y'all get to speak for yourselves. Y'all absolutely do. My only thing is we creators don't need no help beefing. Like if we gonna beef, we just are, but that'll just be between he and I. As it stands, I don't have a problem with Armon. I really don't. Me cussing him out or coming for him for what? Like, I would have no reason to. It's like coming for Al right now. I don't feel there's a reason to come for Al. At the end of the day, again, I like Claudia, but if this was your brainchild, if this is your baby, if it's ending, it's your fault. If my show ends right now, it's my fault. Now I can come live and be like, oh, it's because of YouTube. Oh, it's because of all these other content creators that's hating on me. Oh, it's this, oh, it's that. Or it's just simply my fault. The sooner I can come to terms with it being my fault, the sooner I get to move on. Yeah, that's why a lot of these girls can't move on because they don't want to take accountability. Claudia couldn't move on from her problem with Al because she didn't want to take accountability. Her accountability is that she is pissed at Fox Soul. That's just what that were. That's just what that were. I'll use my real voice when you put up a real picture. How about that? And I'm a girl, you look like a bee. I can see you being shaped like a bee, but because you give that, it gives, you were wheezing while you wrote that. I can fry an avatar, just so you know. And I'm a girl. What's my real voice since you know me? Is that baritone, tenor? Like, what is it? So, and I'm a girl. Yeah. I'll use my real voice and you show me the real you. Don't be basic all your life. If you're ugly, let me say it. Like, you wouldn't give me a chance to call you ugly. Like, and I'm a girl. You're too busy being a bee. And I'm a girl. Literally. So yays. So that's what that were. Yeah, I don't feel like any battery. Armon's like me in that regard. No batteries included. Yeah, if I'm saying something, it's me saying it. We can't be going around saying that we real, we this, we that, we that, and then something happened and we want to blame it on other people. No. Absolutely not. No. Armon not being on Fox Soul is his fault. Claudia not being on Fox Soul is her fault. Al not being on Fox Soul is his fault. Funky not even not being on Fox Soul, his fault. Literally. He walked away. He said, I'm going to do it. I'm good. What is the problem? What is the problem? And it's their fault individually because none of them are working as a team. A team can keep the situation going, but individuals cannot. They can't. I said before, it's like having 3 solo artists in a group. It is. Armon is used to doing things alone. Claudia wanted to be alone, and so does Al. How can you have a group with all of these solo acts? They're all for self. Solo acts care about being heard. You can't have a group with 3 lead singers. Somebody has to sing background. Didn't nobody want to sing background. Claudia didn't want to be in the background because she felt like Al was, all of this and that, although it was Fox Soul, that she had the problem with and whatnot, Armand, again, is used to doing things by himself. He's done things in a group nature, but again, it's more so in his control. You know, like when he had the boys chat and stuff like that. Yeah, it took a group, but he was the front runner. See, that's what Claudia wanted. Claudia wanted Fox Soul to be like boys chat. She wanted to run everything. But then she felt like Al was being favored because and I don't feel like, because before I was thinking Al was being favored because he's like a kiss arse, you know, and stuff like that. No. Looking at Claudia, girl, let me pull this up. So we're going to talk about this next. Claudia Jordan and T.S. Madison and Tasha K. So T.S. Madison puts up this statement. We're not even going to get into the statement. Look at right here. Claudia Jordan. Trust me, sis, I can relate. Getting blamed for everything. We'll tell them also blame you for all of the wins too. I'm so sick of the internet mob. Stay strong, love. See, Claudia, you like to jump around and throw these subliminals and, you know, stuff. People get sick of that. And I think the people on Fox Soul are sick of you. I think that that's what you are, the common denominator. So you became the problem. So if you're running around doing all this thorny subliminals, people coming back to them, telling them stuff that you done said about the show and the producers and the this and the that and about Al and all of that, why would they want, like, you're getting on their fucking nerves? That's just what it gives. So it's easier to talk to somebody like Al. Because Al may be messy when it came to you and Armon. Y'all talking behind each other's backs and all of that stuff. That's fine. But when it came to the professionalism, Al did not say anything negative towards Fox Soul. He's always uplifted them. He's always said positive things. Even if you were being treated better than him, we would have never known, because Al would never come forward and say or do anything in that regard. But then you have somebody like Claudia, that every 5 minutes you look up, it's always this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. But she never points the finger back at herself. That is a problem. So if it would be a problem for me, I'm sure it's a problem for Fox Soul. Why would that not be an issue? And if this is your baby, yeah, let's get rid of it. Yeah, Al, stick around. We got something for you. You stick around. But as for this show, it's over. It's done. Talking about personality conflicts is why the show ended. Agreed. It gives Al did not want to return. That's what it gives. And they just had this issue of just trying to replace Funky Dineva. Wasn't easy. Putting somebody in the seat of Funky Dineva, and the person that was sat there, Claudia, didn't even want. Girl. Y'all done sat Armon down and she didn't want him sitting there. No, she did not. Yes, Funky Dineva left on his own. Yes. Funky Dineva was not booted nor fired. Funky Dineva, the contracts wasn't looking right. They weren't trying to get him the coin he felt like he deserved. So he moved around. That's it. That's all. What it gives with Fox Soul, it gives that Armon and Claudia were fired. Because they're the only ones that put up the post. Al did not put the post up about TGI. So it gives that he may be still working with Fox Soul. He may, yeah, it gives that. He the only one not talking about it. You go look on Al social media. He over there, la 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 la. You know, Al don't care. And I think that that's probably why they ended the show. Like, we're not about to look for a whole nother person. We just did all of this. We don't have time for this. You know, it's better to just be done. It's over with. You know, and again, money wise, it's not like this show was bringing in tons of money to where the show or Fox Soul couldn't afford to get rid of it because it's like they need it. No, if they did that, they could do it again. Fox Soul could do it all over again. New name, new team, you know, all of that stuff, rebrand, all of that, because it's too much drama and negativity going around this. Like, you don't see this with like Good Morning America and I was like, they're not doing all of this. They keep it professional, even if they don't like each other. Wendy Williams had all type of stuff going on. She falling on stage because of the jumping down bunny slopes and I'm a girl while drinking a fifth. Before she come on, the Lady Liberty falling, all of that stuff. Kevin Hunter was hell to deal with and all of that stuff, but we didn't hear or see it. Not until later on, not until the downfall of the show. But prior to that, all that stuff was going on. We had no idea. And it's not people being fake, it's people being professional. We all have problems at work. It's time we work with people that we just want to, why I oughta. But it don't mean we get to do it. It don't mean that we get to say it. I learned that the hard way a long time ago. It was this girl that I work with, and she was like always like, she just really got on my nerves. Like, I'm just like, you like really be trying it. So when we was in this meeting, I read her Mirandas. I absolutely did. I did it in such a professional way, but I roasted her down, girl. I sure did. And everybody at the job looked at me differently after that. Everybody. And it was weird because all of them was fake because they was like encouraging me to do it. And then I go, yeah, I learned my lesson about batteries and backs that day. I'm like, yeah, because it just didn't go over how they were making it look, because they were all in the meeting like, oh my God. And then when we got out of the meeting, they want to walk up to me like, yeah, you did that. It's like fake it. So so I knew then, like, yeah, always do something that you feel, it's work wise too. Don't judge it off other people, just worry about you, so yeah, that's just what that is. But you don't get to do that. You don't. And I don't think that I was like, this show is over. I don't feel that way. I just think that Fox was like, hey, we really aren't generating the money that we should be generating anyway. It's been like this for quite some time. And I don't think it started with Armon. I think it started with before Funky Dineva left. Because with Funky's contract, Funky was, requesting more money. Because, he was spending a lot of time over there and, using his influence more so there, even on his own channels and stuff like that. And Fox was just like, yeah, no, we're not going to be able to do that. It's actually going to be this. So it wasn't in... I don't feel that they were trying to insult Funky Dineva. I think that they were according it to their budget. So what this show is bringing in, this is what we can pay you. We just gonna pay you this. Because no, I don't feel like they were trying to insult him. I don't think that they were trying to do bad business practices and whatnot. The contract was up. This is a renegotiation. Okay, we're negotiating what I'm going to be making now. So, yeah, I mean, that's just what that were. No, anybody giving Al too much credit. See, if Claudia wouldn't have talked so much, because that is the problem. That's the problem. I said Al is very messy. Al is a slick individual, but that's how you're supposed to move. That it is. In this industry, that is how you move. That's it. Claudia don't want to do that. Claudia want to have her cake and eat it too. That's what she want to do, but and sometimes vicariously through other people, as well. So no one's saying that Al is a victim. No, nobody is a victim, including Claudia. Claudia ain't no victim. Armon ain't no victim. Neither is Al. Nobody's saying that. Claudia is the one going around spewing all this hatred about Al and others. Not Al. Al is not live talking about why he don't with Claudia. Al ain't in chats and stuff talking about this is all Claudia's fault. All of it. He not going on interviews. He not doing none of that stuff. He's not. He's not making things bad for the business. It don't matter if he being slick and, shysty and all of that stuff behind the scenes. That's behind the scenes. That's where it stays. You don't get to pull that to the forefront all out of jealous and being envious. That's my thing. Like, you don't get to be jealous and envious of a person when Claudia could have just sat down with Fox Soul and told Fox Soul how she felt and how they could try to work things out to make things better. When Claudia didn't want to do none of that stuff. Instead, she want to go around throwing shade, talking like that. That's what she's doing. So that's fact. So whether she like it or not, if she don't like it, then she should stop doing it. If she don't like it. Claudia is not about to go around here and act like she is not the catalyst to the downfall of this show. She is. Yes. Al may be two-faced, all of that stuff, but he playing his cards right. Because while she looking for another job, and it sounds like Al may have his own already. He didn't get fired on his day off. It sounds like he got his own show on his day off. It's not about defending Al. I don't know Al. Al and I aren't friends. None of that stuff. I'm for what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. What Claudia is doing is wrong. It is, and I like her. I don't have a problem with her, but I'm not like, because a lot of people like Claudia, Al, even Armon. I think a lot of them like yes men. They like people around them that are going to celebrate anything that happened, whether it's a good thing, whether it's a bad thing. I'm not that type of friend. If I feel like you should pull up off something, or you shouldn't do something, or maybe it'd be better if I'm going to tell you that, whether you listen to me or not. Whether you listen or not. But I'm not about to, I wouldn't call Armon like, ooh, shout out to you, congratulations on that roast. I don't agree with it. So why would I call him a lie? I'm not going to call him a kisses for what? I don't agree with it. I hope you don't get fired or anything. I hope everything works out for you. But yeah, I don't agree with it. It's the same thing with Claudia. I don't agree with how she was treating Al. And I also, if the things that she's saying about Al, because Claudia has never proven any of these things that she said about Al, and neither has Armon. Neither one of them they just saying this shit. So we just supposed to just go with it? Because I'm a 3-side story type of person. Your side, their side, and the truth. If I could put together what Al was saying, Claudia was saying, and what Armon was saying, then we can find the truth somewhere in the middle. But Al ain't talking. He ain't saying nothing. So, but he still has a side. I'm not going to take that from him because I like Armon and I like Claudia. I'm not going to do that. That's bias. Like, I'm not going to be biased. I would rather hear all of the parties out here, because if they got complaints, why wouldn't Al? Claudia ain't perfect, and neither is Armon. Neither is Al. So if they got all these complaints about Al, you don't think Al got complaints about them? But I'm supposed to ignore his complaints because I like Armon. Girl, please. I'm supposed to ignore his complaints because I like Claudia. No. Because I wouldn't ignore theirs if I liked Al, which I'm not saying I don't like Al. I just don't really know of him. And whatnot. I know some things, but but yeah, I'm not gonna remove his opinion or his experience because I like someone. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be fake. See, that's how it's with some of these content creators too. If you do not agree with them, they look at it as shade, or you come from, I don't give a fuck. Because a fact is not shade. It's not. They just take it that way because they always want to be right. So like Claudia and others may take this live as shade because they want to be right. Because then at one point in time that I cuss Claudia out, and at one point in time that I cuss Armon out, and then one point in time in this life that I cuss out Al. I didn't cuss none of them out. Nobody. I didn't say anything negative about nobody. I'm not bad-mouthing anybody. See, a lot of people can't handle this type of talk. They can't take it. They want you to choose the side. There is no side. At the end of the day, all three of them is super messy, and it's a shame that all of them being over the age of 30 couldn't get this together. It's sad. It's sad because this could have been a great opportunity. You never know where a show's going to go. You never know. But now they will truly never know how far that could have went. It could have went somewhere else. They could have went real mainstream. You just never know. And I will hope that for people. Because if Armon and Claudia and Al can get on YouTube and it go from being on YouTube to something monumental enough for them to be on actual like cable television, sitting all down with each other, like a View, or that would have been amazing. And then it gives other people hope. It's like, yeah, Claudia and Armon and Al, they started on YouTube, and now you look up, they got their own primetime show. It gives other content creators something to look forward to. We work hard enough, we could be there one day too, or just in our own way, not in their seats, in our own seats, doing our own thing. Shout out to the Fisher Kingpin. I love you, friend. So shout out to Kingpin. Y'all get over there and subscribe to my friend. I love you, friend. Happy birthday. Oh my God, I love you. And so, yeah, I mean, you never know. So a lot of people be so happy to see something end that could have been incredible. And who knows what opportunities we could have gotten even from the show being so successful. If Fox Soul was willing to bring on YouTubers, if they went primetime, television, we could have been one of those YouTubers that been a guest spot on the show, or something like that. Like, I don't be worried about other people's blessings. I don't. Like, so I'm no hater. I don't want to see Armon fumble the bag or Claudia fumble the bag. I don't want that. I want them to do well. Al too. I want to see Al do well too. Like, girl, this is not a, oh, I'm happy the show's over. No, I was interested. I think it would have been really cool to see what the dynamic would have been with them all getting back on camera together. It made it even juicier, you know, for us to go live and talk about it. It not just being over, it means that it's over. You know? I mean, our content about to dry up when it comes to this cinema, girl. So it's just like, it's over. I don't want it to be over. Like, no, I wanted to be like, ooh, girl, look at Claudia's face. You think that she was mad at him right there? Ooh, girl, ooh, do you think I'm mad at Claudia? Still cool? Ooh, girl, like we could have, you know what I'm saying? Like we could have kept eating off of the situation, but I was just like, over. You know, it's like bummer because I didn't want it to end. I really wanted them to come back. I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be good, and they would have came back with a whole new energy. You know, there would have been so many eyes on them. That would have been one of their latest shows, even if there was no drama. Just them returning, people watching their facial expressions, body language, all of that. It would have been epic. It would have been great because everybody would have been live. Fox Soul returns, blah, 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 but no Al, no Armon, or no Claudia. Like, it would have been good. It would have been juicy, girl. But, you know, it's gone. So, yeah. And Claudia and Armon confirmed it. Not Al. He did not. So, yeah. That, you know, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. That's just how I view things. Like 100%. So, yeah, it's not about being biased. None of that. It's about telling the truth. And truth is, this is your fault, Claudia. And that's me saying it in a nice way. Now, I know the people that kiss your arse and the yes men around you, Claudia, would be like, oh, yeah, this is all Al's fault. No, it's not. Girl, how Al come and take your bag, girl? Oh, I cannot. Girl, how Al take your bag? How he take Armand bag? Like, what? How y'all let him? Like, girl, Al wouldn't have took from me. I can tell you that. And I wouldn't allow Claudia to, like, influence me to do anything like that either. Like, she ain't doing it. Why Claudia ain't doing nothing to ruin her image publicly with Al? Why Claudia ain't say none of that stuff in the roast? Because I'm still stuck on that. Claudia did her roast before Armand. And she kept it cute. So that would have been, if anything, that should have been Armand's cue to keep it cute too. She ain't doing it. I'm not about to let nobody else take my bag. Like, I would rather do like what Funky Dineva did. You know, Funky Dineva walked away from the situation. Nobody took Funky Dineva bag. He left the bag on the counter and walked away. Like, that's what Funky Dineva did. So I would rather it have been that. Because this says fired. Did nobody quit? None of that. No. Because Armand and Claudia both said the show was coming back in July. The show is not coming back in July. So that means fired. That it does not mean that we're ending things. No, y'all fired is what that is. The show's done because you two don't work for it no more. That's what that says. No, just keeping it real. Yeah, that says fired. Let go. Y'all free. Now y'all can go run around and, you know, all of the complaints that y'all have about Fox Soul and, you know, it being a hostile work environment and we just running around kissing, you know, his arse, Al's arse, and, you know, y'all can't talk or say certain words and all of this stuff because of Al and all of this. Okay. Since he's on this pedestal, since he's on this throne, let's keep him there. Thank you for your services. It gives, you know, Shawnee, you know, she showed, oh girl, thank you for your services. It doesn't mean you want no hiatus. You're in no vacation. You're fired. Is what that. Thank you for your services. Yeah, you will not be coming back with the reunion. Yeah, you won't be coming back. Thank you, girl. This was cute. Bye. So yeah, that's what that were. And so yeah, this was a fire. If anything, Claudia got Armand fired. If y'all want to keep it froggy, I wouldn't say she put a battery in his back, but I would say that she got him fired. I would say that. Even with a battery in your back, you still have a choice. Armand didn't have no choice whether he got to keep his job or not. That's just how I feel about it. So if you want to blame Claudia for anything, I would say Claudia got Armon fired. Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would agree. That what I would agree with. Mm-hmm. I would say she helped. I wouldn't say like it's literally her fault. It takes two. But she a lot of influence behind the firing, correct? How you get fired from your own show? That wasn't Armon's show. That wasn't his baby. How you get fired from your own show, but you blaming Al? It's not Al's show. That doesn't make any sense. Help me help you. How you get fired from your own show on hiatus? I mean, they was real sick of you, girl. It sounds like the hiatus was for them to figure out how they were going to get rid of your contracts, not replace people. It sounds like they needed to, like, how we going to do this? The ink is barely dry. But how are we going to do this? And Claudia and Al was supposed to be signing new contracts in June, I believe. June or July. I think it was June. Their contracts were up. So the only person that was like technically in a contract from what it sounds like was Armon. And Al may still be in one. But Claudia's is null and void. Correct. I agree. I would say the hiatus was a layoff too, because it says that they weren't getting paid. They weren't getting paid in number girl. Ooh, now let's move on. Oh, if you want to move on, there's a button. If you tap your screen, it's a button and it got two arrows. Click either one. Click either one. Yep. If you tap your screen right now, it got two arrows. Tap whichever one, girl. Quickest way. Quickest way. That's how you fast forward my show, girl. Here, flip. Yeah, tap your screen, girl. And it's gonna be arrows. That's going is get the fuck is that one. And the other arrow is ah. Yeah. You tap either one. You can get the or you can just get out. I don't know. But yeah, tap your screen, girl. Yeah. Don't you wish you could rub out forward? You can't. So I'm here, flip. So back to the subject at hand. And I'm a girl. Quickest way. Girl, you ain't gotta be sick and tired, girl. You just boop. So yays, bye. Because we want to talk about it like yays, if you don't like okay. What was next? Okay, yeah. So Al being silent. Do you guys think Al is being silent because he does have a show? Tasha K came in. She does speak to Al. And Tasha K said in the chat that the gag is that Al Reynolds has his own show on Fox. So, and I'm a girl. And it sounds like he may be doing the show alone. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Somebody said in the chat, Armon definitely building a bad reputation in the industry, fighting with Jason Lee. Tasha Cardi is crazy how he just burns bridges. Yeah, I mean, y'all have to talk to Armon about all of that, girl. Why are people so rude? I don't know. He does. Y'all think he does? Yeah. Do y'all think Al Reynolds has his own show? Is Al Reynolds about to come out with his own situation on Fox Soul? I think it's a high probability. And the reason I think is because Al's not saying anything. So since Al is just chilling and not worried about what's going on with the show, I think that it is a high probability that he may have his own show. And although he may be two-faced and messy, he's professional enough for them to feel confident that he won't badmouth the network. Because if you notice, Claudia was throwing a lot of shade at Fox, but she wouldn't say Fox. Instead, she would blame it on Al. But her problem with Al was his connection with, the Fox producers and the higher-ups. and all of that. So it sounds like her issue was with them, and she took it out on Al. That's how I feel, and I've been feeling like that. You're mad at the wrong person. Like Al may be a certain way, but if this is my show, ain't nobody about to make me feel no type of way. Like, ain't nobody about to make me like. Al would make me feel like he wouldn't even be on my radar. Like that's why it seems like jealous and envy, when it comes to Claudia of Al, because girl, you give him too much power. Everything Al. Where is Al on social media right now talking about her? Where is Al at on social media atting her? Claudia been so thirsty about it. She jumping in chats as moderators, commenting on what's going on, and even the producers from Fox Soul hadn't even said anything yet. Like, girl, I cannot. Carolyn said, according to Claudia, no one previewed Armon's roast. Why would they feel like they had to? Why would they feel like they had to? They didn't preview Claudia's? And Claudia kept it cute. Claudia kept it cute. Why would they feel like they needed to, why would they need to talk about you? And I'm a girl. I don't see why they would have needed to. And I'm a girl. Yeah, I'm not worried about nobody community wall. I'm not. Just like y'all can type in the chat, it ain't on members only. It ain't on none of that. Girl, please. My name is SeanDavieWay. So come bring me something that say SeanDavieWay. I don't care about nothing else. I literally don't. Yeah, absolutely not. Yes. What kind of show Al go have? People too much into drama now. I don't know. That's a good question too. Like, what type of show do y'all think that he would have? What type of show? And I'm a girl. What type of show do you guys think that I would have? You think it would be like more like news or or anything like that? And I'm a girl. Do you guys think that? Cause scroll. And like, I think it would be more like not a boring type of show. I could not chillax. And I'm a girl. She's like boring. Whatever it is, boring. And I'm a girl. I could not. Roxy says classy gossip. I don't know. I mean, it's up to Al. I do think that he should probably have like more energy, like not just him. I think that if he does have his own show, I think he should maybe have like a co-host, or something like that. Yeah, I think that he should be like a co-host, or something like that. I really don't think like he should. I'm not saying that he can't hold a show on his own, but sometimes it's good when you specialize in certain topics. It would be good for you to have somebody like a balance, somebody that specializes in stuff that you may not be as interested in and stuff like that. Because just because you're not interested in it doesn't mean that the audience isn't interested in it. So yeah, that's why TGIF was a good idea, because it was multiple personalities, different personalities that were talking about different things that specialized in different things. So it's like, if you're not interested in talking about, like me, I may not be that interested in talking about like politics, but this is a big topic right now with the election going on, and all of that stuff. So, I would let, a person like Al handle that part, then when we get into like celebrity gossip and stuff like that, then it's like, yeah, me and like others, yeah. So I don't know. I definitely think that he should, have a co-host. I think that he should do that. I think he should. Wanted to inspire says, hey, Sean in the chat. Hi, boo. Al is boring. His voice is even boring. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, you never know. He could have I wouldn't have viewed somebody like Sherry Shepherd having a show, or like Jennifer Hudson. People like that. But their shows, seem to be doing well, seem to be thriving. So you just kind of never know. Some people like the whole grown and professional, type of show. Some people like that. And some people like, a key and a gag and, and all of that. And I'm a girl. If Al does a show with Funky, their fake friendship will be ruined. I think Al and Funky's relationship is fake. I don't know. I don't know. I think, and I wouldn't say Funky's being fake. I think Funky, kind of like Al. I do. I don't think he has like a problem with Al. It's just, Al kind of two-faced. So it's just like you don't know him. Like, do Al really like Funky? Because I don't think Funky, I don't think Funky lying, with the relationship. I think Funky, he cool with Al. I think he like him. He don't got a problem with him. But when it comes to others, it's a little different. He should co-host with his ex-wife. I cannot. That would not happen. If he didn't want people saying her name allegedly, I doubt he's gonna co-host with her. But yeah, so that just is what it is. They're always together. Yeah, so shout out to Al and Funky. I don't know about Al, but I would say with Funky, I think Funky really like Al. I would say that. I don't think Funky's being fake about the little YouTube ship or literal friendship that they have. It just is what it is. Al's friend is talking all over social media for Al. That could be possible. That could be, what is his name? Sean or something like that? Or Clay. What's his name? What's his name, y'all? I did see he was I think he went on to Tasha K's Twitter spaces too. He may reach out to you, Sean. You ready? Oh, he could definitely come over. If he wanted to come and talk, that would be fine. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I would talk to him. That would be cool. The more the merrier. Craig. Yes, Craig. Ooh, not they messed around. I cannot with you guys. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. And I'm a girl. Y'all can stop putting it in my chat again. I don't care what nobody is saying on their community wall. I do not care, and I'm a girl. I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass, and I don't fear anyone. So I mean, it just is what it is. I literally don't care. I mean, make it real. That's all I gotta say. Put an address on it. Because again, I'm not over here disrespecting anybody. I mean, I can get disrespectful. I don't mind that at all. I mean, I can key, I can roast, I can gag, I can do all of those things. I sure can. But I don't have no problem with nobody. So if people want to get upset because, I don't want to go live and spread their cheeks open and lick in the middle of it, to make them feel good. Oh, well, I don't care. I literally don't. Hair flip. No, I do addresses. I don't do subliminals because you have people that jump bad and say something, then that person be like, well, I wasn't talking about them. I was talking about I don't have time for any of that. So make it real. Put an address on it. Because I mean, if you want to start unnecessary beef all because you feel in some type of way, oh well, I have my friends. If I don't talk to you on the phone, we're not friends. That's just how I feel. Again, I'm not in the business of kissing anybody's ass. Nobody. So I came in this game alone, and when I leave, I'll leave alone. I don't owe nothing to nobody besides my uncheckables and my plastics. The people that actually support me, yeah, that's who I owe something to. Y'all, I don't owe nobody else. I don't. Don't nobody do me no favors. I ain't doing them none. It's just that simple. If I have an issue, I'm direct. So it's that simple. If you're not direct, then you don't care, and I'm not going to care more than you. That's how I feel. When you're direct with something, you want to handle it. That's what it is. When you throwing subliminals and stuff, it sounds like your mind ain't made up. Let me know when it is. So, and I'm a girl. Let me know when it is, because I'm gonna be right here. And that's on period. So, yeah, let me know when your mind's made up, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I don't do subliminals. I'm not about to, girl, shade somebody that may be talking about me. So yeah, y'all do that. Y'all do that. And if you got a problem with what I've said over here, I don't care. I don't care. Like at all. I won't be rephrasing anything, nothing. I meant every word. And I'm not taking any of it back, but yeah. But that's just what that works. The same thing with Claudia. Same thing with you, girl. If you feel like I'm coming for you, girl, ain't nobody come. I can show you coming for you. Girl, the gag is vicious. So yeah, I'm not coming for you. I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with Claudia. I don't have a problem with Armon. And I don't have a problem with Al. But if any of them want one, just come knock on my door. SeanDavieWay. Add it. And we'll go from there. Hair flip. Balls in your court. Balls in your court. So, not mine, because I don't have a problem. So, moving right along, let's get into T.S. Madison. So, last night, Tasha K went live about T.S. Madison, and I'm a girl. Now, people are going around saying that T.S. is jealous of Miss Netta. I do not feel like T.S. is jealous of Netta. I don't feel that way. But other people do. They absolutely do. Now, I'm not going to play Tasha's live because you guys can just go over there and watch it for yourself. But T.S. Madison, let me pull this up, actually, because T.S. Madison had put up a video. I'm not going to play because, one, it's long, and I don't have T.S.'s permission, and I'm a girl. Shout out to T.S. Madison. And Tasha K. Hold on, let me pull up the video. Oh, it's under videos. That's right. It's not live. It's under videos. Here it is. So I was watching it, and hold on. Pause. Okay, God. So let me pull this up. So yeah. So she was saying in an IG video that she had put up on to YouTube that she didn't have a problem with Miss Netta. And I mean, but you were throwing shade. You were throwing shade. Now, this was birthed because her and let me make this smaller. I guess I should probably put it up on screen so you guys can see it. So Craig was on T.S. Madison, which is T.S. Madison's co-host, was on her show dragging Miss Netta and I'm a girl. And a lot of people did not like that. They did not like it. They felt like T.S. Madison may have been a little jelly. This is the video. I just want to pull up so you guys can watch it if you haven't seen it. So people were feeling that, she was jealous of Miss Netta. T.S. joked about taking Charles, little stuff like that, but it didn't seem like there was any static against T.S. and Miss Netta. But with T.S. sitting there, because it's her show, it's called Ag Talk, shout out to T.S., love her, but she did not shut it down when Craig was talking his ish about Netta. So it does give that that may not have been her thought process, but it does kind of give a little bit that TSU were kind of in agreement with a lot of things that he was saying. You just weren't saying it yourself. I don't feel like you wanted him to say it, but I think that you didn't mind. I don't think you did, because he went on for too long. Now, just don't hitting the person up a couple times, just, throwing your ones and twos and whatnot, and then moving on, but he went in on Netta. Now, people are saying that TS is being not a member of the LGBTQ for not trying to take Netta underneath her wing. If you will. I don't know. I moving on, because I just don't see how that's TS's responsibility. Netta and Charles, to me, are a short-lived type of celebrity. I don't think that they'll be around for a long time. I don't. So I just don't really see why TS would have to come in and stamp and approve Netta or anything like that. No, I feel like that's Netta's responsibility to do. If Netta's going to be around, if Netta's going to be someone, I guess, then, she's on her own. TS was on her own. I mean, she had help along the way with certain people. And it's the same thing with Netta. Netta has had plenty of help. We're not going to make it seem like, Netta did all of this on her own. Social media put Netta on the map. Netta didn't, do it herself. So, see, that's how I feel. I don't feel like Charles and Netta are celebrities. I don't feel that way. It's too many people that jump up on social media, and just because they don't have viral videos of being ridiculed, because that's another thing about Netta. Anyone that says something negative about Netta, I can understand people looking at him like a bully, but at the same time, y'all not gonna make Netta something that she's not, right? So I'm the type of person where I'm not or would not be interested in somebody that looks like Netta, right? So you can't make it so that T.S. Madison, even Craig, are being insensitive when they talk about Netta like somebody need to kiss Netta arse. Don't nobody need to kiss Netta arse. Netta know what she look like. It just is what it is. I don't have to come forward and call Netta all out of her name and say that Netta's ugly. So I don't have to do those things. And you can be labeled as a bully for doing them. But I also do not have to agree to a lot of fabrications that I feel people give Netta because they want to boost a person that they feel have no self-esteem. Self-esteem come from self. Like esteem comes from self. So Netta got to figure that out. It's Charles' responsibility to help Netta's insecurities and self-esteem and all of that stuff. Aren't they married? It's not for social media to do. So a lot of y'all be on here lying to Netta to validate Netta and say Netta looks like something other than what she looks like. And to me, that is annoying. It is very annoying. Most people watch Netta and Charles to ridicule. They don't watch Netta and Charles because they have a talent. They don't watch Netta and Charles because they're actually interesting. They watch Netta and Charles because they look at Charles as like ghetto filth, a guilty pleasure. Let's keep it real. Like, stop it. Y'all outside in a blow-up pool and all the y'all look ridiculous. Like, y'all absolutely do. Netta walking around shaped like a bull egg and all of that. It just is what it is. So to think that people actually watch y'all and see like a beautiful couple and stuff like that, no, I'm being honest. The majority of people that watch y'all watch in disgust. They do. They watch Netta and Charles and whatnot, and they're kind of grossed out. A lot of people, I think, wonder if they're actually sleeping with each other, and if so, what that actually looks like, and the food, is it even all the way done, and and all of then they allegedly live in a trailer, and all it's just a ramping stereotypical mess is what it is. It is what it is. But we're not going to make Netta attractive and all of that stuff. So I'm just being honest. I don't see anybody that be talking about Charles and Netta besides the arse kissers, the ones that want to try to get their attention, or maybe one day them come onto their show, or something like that. I don't do Charles and Netta commentary. But if I did, I wouldn't sit around and just dog Netta or even Charles. I wouldn't sit there and do it. I would talk about whatever was going on. But again, if I'm going to sit down and talk about them, what am I talking about? What is to discuss? How Netta's sitting over there looking how she looking, and how Charles the majority of the time looks disgusted by this individual. It looks like a skit. It looks set up is what it looks like. Netta is no treasury or nothing like that. Netta is liked because people feel sorry for her. Netta supporters feel sorry for her. Because what are you a fan of? Hurry up. The majority of people that support Miss Netta support her out of pity. They feel bad for her. Let's keep it honest. We could lie if we wanted to, but for what? See, I'm not going to be biased with anybody. I'm not going to be biased with anyone. I'm going to tell you the truth. And from what I see, sad fishing, that too. Yeah, a charity case, correct. That's what is watched for. Seriously. You watch people like T.S. Madison because T.S. Madison is entertaining. Mm-hmm. T.S. Madison is beautiful. T.S. Madison is very pretty. And whatnot. I don't watch T.S. out of pity. I watch T.S. to laugh. I watch her to laugh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I talk about T.S. Madison, I'm talking about the stuff that T.S. Madison is talking about. I'm not talking about T.S. Madison laying in a blow-up pool looking like a melting candle in a bathing suit, with glasses on. No. I don't watch Netta and Charles because I have no interest. What am I watching them for? To hear day-to-day conversations, and it's still just ghetto, right? Charles ain't got no license. He driving after ratification. All it is, girl, he allegedly sleeping with white women and, you know, all of these other women and stuff that done came forward and said that they sleeping with him, done slept with him, all of this stuff. Like, girl, it's a skit. Charles and Netta are not in a real relationship. They're not. Because again, that's why it's Charles and Netta. How Netta the one who started all of this? Why is Charles' name first and whatnot? Like, girl, please, it's not real. It's not. Charles is a hetero man. That's it. That's it. In my opinion, Charles just kind of got like caught in viral. There was a video that they did, it went viral, and because I feel like Charles was staying there because he needed somewhere to stay. I think that's how it started. He had nowhere to go. Netta let him stay there. Netta do videos and skits, you know, and stuff like that. Pull Charles into one of the videos that went viral. And then after that, this is lucrative now. So Charles don't mind the imagery of being here with Netta because there is a bag connected to this. All of the free stuff that they get, all of that stuff. Charles know that ride will be over if he leaves Netta because don't nobody give up about Charles on his own. No one does. And Netta done gave Charles so much power in the situationship that they're in to where she couldn't necessarily do it without him either. You know, people going around saying that, oh, this person's going to take Charles from Netta, you know, and all of this stuff. Like, that's their niche now. You know, the niche is the both of them because they're not relationship goals at all. How are they relationship goals? They're not. Netta is an older person going around trying to look like what, I don't know, but doing all these surgeries and all of this stuff to keep up with who again? I don't know. But it just is what it is. So I don't feel like people like T.S. Madison or Craig have to have sympathy and empathy for something that they don't feel like deserves it. Like, they don't have to do that. They don't. And we're not going to make Netta attractive. Like, I'm just not going to do that. I'm not about to sit here and say that Netta is beautiful and all of these things when I don't believe that. I don't. I would never encounter someone like Netta. I would never date someone like her. She's just not my type. That I'm good. I'm good. So is that gay bashing? Because how am I being a bully because I don't think Netta is attractive? When like 80% of being on social media is visual. What? I just don't see how someone is a bully. So with T.S. Madison, one, she didn't roast Netta. Craig did on her show. Craig is T.S. Madison's co-host. And Craig roasted. Now, again, I understand somebody looking at what Craig did as bullying because just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean you have to, you know, be nasty, you know, and negative about it. It does not mean that. So with you not having to be nasty and negative, Craig did not have to say what he said about Netta and what's the name? Well, more so Netta. And when it comes to T.S. Madison, I do feel like T.S. Madison should have shut it down if you don't agree. So if you don't agree with what's going on, you know, let it be known. Because I do feel like T.S., you kind of have that bad. You know, even when you were with Kaya, there was a lot of stuff that Kaya would do, and you would kind of just like get quiet when she would say certain things instead of shutting it down. You know, you'd never shut it down. You make it seem as if when you are on your shows, like you don't have much power when they're your show. Like you have plenty of power to be able to be like, okay, Craig, okay, you got it out. Let's move on, Craig. Let's move on. Like you didn't do that. You kind of just sat there and just, you know, allowed it to happen. So you do that often. And you know, I think that she should take accountability when it comes to that. So when Tasha K said last night on her show that she feels like T.S. Madison used Craig, how Claudia Jordan used Armon, to a certain degree, I would have to say maybe there is some truth to that, because you could have shut it down. You could have. You did that with Kaya a lot. Like, you would sometimes remove yourself off camera, or just like put your hands over your mouth, or put your fan in front and be like, but you wouldn't shut it down. If you don't agree with these things, then shut it down. You know, you don't do that. You kind of just. And then T.S. Madison was also throwing a little shade when she was to Netta, because if you don't have a problem with somebody, you just don't have a problem with them. Like, there's no reason to throw shade or anything like that. But T.S. Madison was saying that the rooms that she's in, people do not announce or talk about or discuss, or, you know, a Netta and whatnot. So it does give that there's like a little bit of shade there, because what does that matter? T.S. Yeah, I like T.S. Madison, but it can come off like ways too like braggadocious. 'Cause a lot of people will talk about the things that they have like they can't be taken away, right? So I believe that everybody, what keeps a person humble, if you will, is by staying grounded, you know, staying human. We have a lot of people that watch us, that support us financially and in many other ways. And a lot of us are living a lot better, you know, than them, but we wouldn't have what we had if not for them. So I don't feel that it's cool, like as a creator, to always be trying to shove in other people's face, like what you have and why. There's a lot of people struggling that don't live how you live, but have supported you. So imagine someone that is living paycheck to paycheck, watching you, that has, you know, bought your products and, you know, sent you like donations, you know, and stuff like that. And you're sitting there all braggadocious, you know, like about your home and the people that you're around and this and that, and blah, 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 honey, and da, 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 da. Speaking to the same people that got you, you know, to the places that you are. A lot of content creators forget where they come from. They do. They forget that they were the people before they start speaking for and with the people. You know, a lot of content creators do not stay grounded. That's one thing I love about me, is that I am a grounded individual. I don't think that I'm better than people. I don't view this YouTube game and all of this stuff as a competition, because it really isn't. We're all in our own lanes. That's why it's easy for me not to, you know, be for certain people and to go after certain people, because we don't derail. Like, we absolutely do not. You do your thing and I do mine. I do my thing because I'm not worried about what none of them are doing. So it's hard to copy somebody you're not watching. It's hard to mimic somebody you're not watching. How I'm doing what you do if I don't watch you? I don't like, you don't have to worry about a derailing, me taking y'all the words that other people saying and not, and no. Like, yeah, there's no derailing. So it's easy. I'm me. I am Sean. I am SeanDavieWay. There's only one. So yeah. So yeah, I don't be derailing with any of these girls. So that I could completely overlook a lot of the shade and stuff that's thrown. People make videos and stuff about me all the time, and come after me, and we go live and talk about hot topics. We go live and talk, because that's my lane. Like, I'm in my lane. Like, I'm not worried about any of you girls, because y'all just try to throw people off their lane, especially when you feel like you are derailing yourself to where your train is literally falling off the track. You know, you don't get to fall onto mine. You're gonna fall that way. My track over here. So, you know, go right ahead. And I'm a girl. So I just think that content creators should be more thoughtful when it comes to being so braggadocious and worried about the accomplishments. If you're going to worry about your accomplishments, I feel like you should worry about them because of the things that you are doing. Not worry about having accomplishments so that you can have something over someone else. You should want to win a Grammy because you're a good artist, not want to win a Grammy because these girls haven't. That's weird. I don't know. I joined football and got on the football and basketball team because I wanted to, not because there was other people on it. That's weird. So yeah, that and a lot of people move that way. And T.S. Madison, you do give that. You do give, you know, oh, I got a Grammy, or when I was doing this, when I was grabbing my Grammy, it's like, like, we want to be happy for you, but it's hard to be when you happy enough for all of us. So okay, well, I guess congratulations. You know, yeah. Instead of somebody being like very like happy and, you know, just like shell shocked, you know, that they even won or got it, you know, anything like that. That's something that's easy to be like, hey, you know, good for you. We're so happy for you. But you know, when you collecting awards and you like, yeah, it's like like it's a turnoff. Like it's hard to be happy for you, you know, like when it's just like, okay, like whatever. But yeah, so I do feel like I can't tell T.S. Madison what to do, nor do I want to, but I do want her to know that she does come off that way. You do come off very braggadocious, very look at me, look at me, look at me. And if that's what you like, I love it. You know, it does come off a little pretentious. It does. And it's I want to be happy for these people, you know, but it's hard to be when that's your response or energy to what is happening. So yeah, so T.S. Madison, there was other content creators. She even played a few of their videos inside of this video about their opinion on how they feel that there's a lot of people, Black women and trans women, that are going around hating on Netta, you know, all of this stuff. It's like, how can anybody hate on Netta? What is there to hate on? See, Netta making this whatever relationship she acts like she has with Charles, whether it's real or skit, I doubt it's real, but real or skit or anything like that. Not everybody wants their life on display like that with their significant other. Not everybody wants to be live yelling and arguing and, you know, cooking food for somebody that'll never cook for you, and, you know, all that. Don't not everybody into that. Not everybody's into that. So why would T.S. Madison be jealous of Netta? All T.S. Madison got to do is just put her man on camera, because I'm sure she got one. Look at T.S. If Netta got a man, why wouldn't T.S.? Her place. It gives that that's not T.S. She don't want to live out loud like that. You know? No. She don't want to do that. That's what that gives. She likes her personal life private, you know. And then there's some people like Netta whose whole life is on display, right? And that becomes tiring. Your whole life always been on display, everybody always in your business, and you know, that becomes tiring. But Netta doesn't have a choice. TS does. So why would TS be jealous of that? See, Netta can't just go not showing Charles anymore. That's the point. She can't revert. So Netta can't just go back to being on the camera alone, how TS does, and keep the same audience. See, people come to TS to show for TS. Netta don't have that no more. Now people come to Netta show for Charles and Netta. So Netta can't just revert and go back to just Netta, because she's going to lose the majority of the audience, because now you built it off of, because people are going to watch the show for Netta and people are going to watch the show for Charles. So that's two different audiences, which makes it more. So if one steps away, so does the audience. The audience is going to go where they go. They're going to go where they go. And the only time it'll drift or merge is probably if they had drama between each other. But if there was no drama, the people that F with Charles going to go F with Charles, and the people that F with Netta going to go F with Netta. And then you'll have the in-betweeners, you know, the ones that are going between. But the audience will definitely be ripped apart, for sure. So Netta can't go and not show her business. Netta can't go live and, you know, not really have Charles in the background, or, you know, something going to, it has to be correlated to her life, because that's what people are tuning into. Netta's life. Again, Netta doesn't have a talent, you know, or anything like that. You're not tuning in to hear Netta sing. You're not tuning in to hear Netta rap. You're not tuning in to, you know, besides cooking, and a lot of people question her food. But besides cooking, there's no talent over there. It's just kind of like stereotypical and just chaotic, is what it is. And some people like that type of stuff. So That's what that works. So why would TS be jealous of that? TS gets to have her private life private. She don't have to go and do what they do. She don't have to go get in no pool with no man that she done cooked for all day and he act like he don't even want it. TS don't got to do that. If her and her male partner or, you know, they having a problem, that's just, it's private. That's between them. Only they know. But when Netta has a problem, we all know. When her and Charles not getting along, we all know. The whole world know Craig. So again, what's to be jealous of? We have to think about the, you know, actual things that are going on. I get Netta and Charles are allegedly on Love and Flip Flop. T.S. Madison had her own show. Primetime. Well, not primetime, but, you know, close as you can get to it. T.S., what is she jealous of? I'd rather have my own show than be, you know, on Love and Flip Flop for 6 seconds. For 2-3 scenes, you know, like TS was on every scene, you know, on her show. So yeah, you know, so I would rather have that, but whatever. Now if they had their own show coming out or something like that, that I would get. But their talent, oh, not even say talent. Netta and Charles being viral. Even the BET Awards just not letting them come in. All of that, they had Keith Lee there. Keith Lee was there. Even was incorporated in one of the spotlight notes with Taraji speaking on them and, you know, and stuff like that. Netta got arrested and Netta and Charles got detained trying to pull up to the BET Awards. Why? Aren't they these celebrities? Yeah, it's becoming very short-lived. We're going to look up and we're going to be like, Charles and Netta who? Charles and Netta who? These viral sensations only last but so long, but because they are social media viral sensations, they expect the same treatment as people with talent. So the audacity for Keith Lee to be sitting next to like an Usher or somebody like that, why are y'all even in it? I'm still trying to figure out why y'all even in the same room. But y'all sitting in like the same rows and stuff like that. Why? That's confusing to me. That's confusing. TS done plenty. So I would understand, you know, TS Madison being in the room. I would understand that. But I wouldn't understand no damn Keith Lee. Like, for what? These people, again, because they're viral on social media, really feel like they're celebrities. Like, you're not. Y'all are social media influencers. If you say Charles and Netta right now, most people don't even know where to find them. Most people don't even know where to find them. They don't know if they're on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. They don't know where they're at. They're like, where do y'all be watching these people? Like, a lot of people come to the room like, who? I'm like, who? Where is they on TV? What channel they come on? But don't nobody ask that about T.S. Madison. Ooh. Ooh. Ain't nobody asking about Tasha K. Y'all know where to find her. Y'all know where she at. It's the same thing with Keith Lee. People like that. People are like, who? Like, where they at? Like, where are they? Who? See, are you famous? Because when you're famous, you have a talent. When people say Rihanna name, famous songstress, term business mogul. When somebody say Keith Lee, when somebody say Charles and Netta, like, who are y'all? A lot of people heard them through social media by seeing like a meme or on a blog, you know, or something like that. But I have no idea who these people are. But just keep seeing them places. That'll make you a fan because you watch clips of them on stories or on TikTok or on YouTube, or you watch, IG, you watch the reel. But you're not a fan. No. A fan is subscribed to what they're doing, watching what they're doing, know the backstory. That's the fan. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, no one knows y'all. Yeah. Y'all gotta remember that. Like when y'all going in places, that you are not a celebrity. A celebrity, I know plenty about you before you even open your mouth. If I'm standing there like, who are you? You're not a celebrity. You're not. You're absolutely not. I deal in celebrity gossip, and I don't know who y'all are. Like, I've seen you, but I don't know you. I can't tell you Keith Lee's wife name, the churn, how many he got. I can't tell you none of that stuff. I can't tell you none of it. Because I'm not a fan. A fan of what? A fan of somebody eating? And then it's not like a person went to school for like fine cuisine and stuff like that. How y'all letting this nigga tell y'all what's good and what's not anyway? What if you don't eat the same things he eat? What if he sit here effing something up that got tomatoes all over it and you don't like tomatoes, but he's telling you it's fire? How you know? Girl. Yeah, he's no food critic of mine. Yeah, I'll let my own taste buds handle that. But yeah, so Charles and Netta, since TS got all this backlash, TS, although she didn't say anything, she said, you know, it was Craig. TS says, y'all have bullied me into not having any commentary on anything to do with any situations like internet sensations. So she's speaking about, you know, Charles and Netta, internet sensations, not celebrities, internet sensations. Because you all painted me out to be 1, jealous, 2, a hater, and 3, transphobic. I was told I am responsible for the way my co-hosts comment on events and stories and pop culture, and I must adhere to demand of the community police. Yes, it's Craig can do what he chooses on his platform, but I will not be participating in any commentary around the couple of the year. Thank you, T.S. Madison. That's confusing. That's confusing, girl. To say that you're not going to talk about them, T.S., why not? You didn't do anything wrong. From what I saw, T.S. Madison didn't do anything wrong besides what she's been doing, is allowing her co-hosts to go in on certain people. Now, T.S. Madison goes in too, but she goes in on certain people. Now, I will have to say this, T.S. Madison, I do feel T.S. girl, you love to argue with a black woman, girl. Like, girl, them is your favorite. Them is your favorite. Like how I like to argue with dudes, you like to argue with girls. So you absolutely do. I don't think that you should stop talking about things because you didn't say anything. So why say you're not going to talk about the couple of the year anymore because of what Craig said? If you're saying that Craig can say what he wants to say on his platform, he should have been doing that. He should have been doing that. If he wants to drag people, roast, gag, all of that, go do it on your own platform. That's how I feel. Go do it on your own platform. He should have been doing that. Instead of sitting there on your show, allowing him to say these things and to say that you aren't going to say anything. It's narcissistic. It's like you're removing the responsibility off of your stuff because it's your show. If TS was sitting on Craig's show and Craig said all of that stuff and TS was there, then it's just like, oh, well, like, no, TS don't have no power. No, TS should not have shut that down. That was on Craig. Craig should have, you know, it's his show, but it wasn't on Craig's show. It was on yours. So if I brought somebody onto my show or I had a co-host and my co-host was dogging somebody that, you know, I didn't have a problem with, you know, and whatnot, if they felt, okay, so it's y'all show. Okay, well, see, I was told, TS, that it was your show and Craig was your co-host, is what I was told. Okay, TS says that we own the trademark together. Okay. So it's y'all show. So TS, when Craig was saying the things that he said, although because I don't feel like you did anything wrong, like I said, Craig said all of that stuff. You did not. But I do feel like, I'm putting it to you like this, since now I know what I know, that you two own the trademark together. Since you are the bigger celebrity on the show, I think that people feel like, because I don't feel like TS owes Netta anything. Like I said before, TS got to where she got because she got to where she got. And when it comes to Netta, Netta has to pave her own way. So I don't feel like it's TS's responsibility to like coach her, you know, or it's not a responsibility. Like, you know, she got her own stuff to do. But when it comes to what was being said with Craig saying, do you feel like people feel like you should have shut it down because you go, you know, by TS Madison and whatnot, you are a trans woman. So as a but again, confused by that because Netta's not a trans woman, right? Netta does not identify as a trans woman. So that's another thing that's confusing. How can TS Madison even defend that if she's not even claiming it? Anyways, but I do feel like that's what it is, that people feel like since you have the bigger name on the show, that it's like TS should have shut that down. I felt like you should have shut it down because I thought it was your show. But knowing that it's the both of y'all's and y'all share a trademark together, then yeah, I mean that, yeah. And okay, TS says, I tried so many times. So you're saying you tried so many times to shut Craig down? I did see on the show, you know, you kind of just like, oh, you know, you know, but I mean, it was Craig's words, you know, they weren't your words. So I don't feel like you should stop talking about them. I don't know. I feel like you got a lot of people clearly care to hear what you have to say if they're willing to throw something on you that you didn't even say, because you didn't say all that stuff about Netta. And I did watch TS's live, which came forward and said that she don't have a problem with Netta, but it did seem like, and I feel like some of the shade that TS did have, because it was a little shade that you were throwing towards Netta and Charles, even in this post saying the couple of the year, that's shady too. But I just don't feel like, you know, you owe her anything. Like, I don't feel like you owe her anything. Even more reason for you to keep talking about it. I think you should keep talking about Charles and Netta. And she says, T.S. Madison says, but they are a part of pop culture. Correct. So why stop talking about them because of what Craig said? Craig just needs to dial it down a little bit. Craig just needs to dial it down a little bit, T.S. Cinema girl. Oh my God. T.S. Madison said, I'm a jokester. Right. You are a jokester, and people know that about you. But Craig said all the stuff, girl. You did it. So people don't know that about Craig, TS girl. They looking at Craig like, Craig, ooh, Craig. Because now they saying that, you know, you're transphobic, and that, which I don't get that either. Because I don't see where the transphobia comes from. I don't see what he did not see. Hold on, TS said, but Craig reads. He do. Craig Reed. I ain't gonna say no. But not Craig know that it went go. Craig tried it. But I just don't feel like he was trying to like make Netta fall into like a depression, you know, or anything like that. No, I think it was just the key. You know, I think he was just keying and not everybody going. I think Netta is so used to people kissing her arse and telling her stuff that's not necessarily true. Because I think Netta has a beautiful soul, but ain't nobody about to force me to make me think that Netta is like beautiful and all of that. She's not my little standard of beauty. She just doesn't match it, and that's okay. You know, I mean, that's fine. And it's the same thing with Craig. If Craig doesn't view her as attractive or has, you know, a read of saying that she's not attractive, like, what is the problem? I mean, I think she's just getting used to people lying to her face, honestly. T.S. Madison says they want to blame me for the stuff because of my position in the community. And I agree, but what you didn't say anything about trans. You didn't say anything about that. I think, one, Craig said everything that was said. Let's start there. And then 2, you didn't say anything that to me that was transphobic. Besides, I think people feel like because you are a trans woman that you are automatically supposed to go to bat when it's a show. Like, it's a show. We're here to entertain. Like, that's why we're here. So, like, if y'all gonna key on other people, why should Charles and Claudia, you know, be any different? Shout out to Tia. She says, I have no issue with Netta or Charles and have not said anything disparaging about her. I agree. I said the same thing. You can, if you haven't been here the whole time, you can even rewind it back. And I'm a girl. I said that TS didn't say anything negative, and she also said that she does not have a problem with them. She said that she doesn't have a problem with Netta. I do feel that there was other content creators that were trying to make the story more salacious than it actually was. Because again, it was the titles, in my opinion, should have been Craig Drags Netta. I don't know how, besides other content creators kind of just throwing, TS in there. Because it's like, what then when the whole transphobic thing came up, that's what really made me go watch the live, because I'm just like, okay, well, T.S. Madison is an advocate for the trans community. I see her posting when trans women are missing or, slain and things like that. So why would she say something like that? So that's what because I like to hear things from myself, and I didn't hear anything transphobic, so I was confused by that. T.S. Madison also says, don't act as if my presence in the community is not impactful in mainstream media. Oh, it absolutely is. And I think that's why they tried to place the blame on you, because 1, you're the biggest celebrity and a part of the community. So even sitting there, because I guess people made it seem like, oh, well, since TS didn't end the show right there, or, or tell him that he was wrong for saying what he said, that she completely agrees, or, kind of said that that Craig was speaking for her, that people felt like Craig was speaking for you. But you were right there. I'm like, well, TS is a pretty upfront person. Like, she'd be talking her ish and she'd be reading. So why wouldn't she just say it herself? And it would be honestly more impactful if it came from you versus it coming from Craig. TS says, so don't play like I'm some peon in this world. You must be talking about these people in the chat. Because I didn't say you was my peon and I'm a girl. I didn't say you were a peon, yes. Yeah, so she must be talking about y'all in the chat, girl. Because, yeah, I never said that. They're going to try to come for T.S. Madison because of this. They're going to find any microscope thing to use so they can tarnish her character and her solidness. Now, I do think the gay community is trying to weaponize it against T.S. From the videos that I saw, drop the link. Oh, sure. Absolutely. Hold on. Ooh, hold on, T.S. girl. Ooh, here comes T.S. y'all. Absolutely. This link is for T.S. Madison and T.S. Madison only. Absolutely. I'll drop the link for T.S. Absolutely. Copy. Absolutely. Copy. Yes. Absolutely. Hold on. Let me move this off the screen. Hold on, y'all. Now, y'all know I love TS. This is my girl. Hold on. Let me. Shout out to Maddie Mob. Go on, girl. Yes, the TS wants to come up. She is absolutely more than welcome. We love to hear stuff from the horse's mouth. Girl. Y'all know we love that. So, yeah, shout out to TS Madison. Yes. So, I don't feel like TS was being like a peon or anything like that. It's just so much, when it's so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being Snoop D or Double G. Yes, I changed my hat because I can't wear my hat with these headphones with the other, and I need to be able to hear my girl. Shout out to TS. Shout out to TS Madison. And I'm my girl. Let me keep dropping the link just in case. Because I see the chat moving around in letters bits. So yeah, but no, we would love to hear from TS. Hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. No, y'all don't be, I don't be trying to, clout chase off of people. But if TS, I mean, she's a huge presence. So if TS wants to come and speak for herself, she is more than welcome. Anybody else too. Anybody else too, that want to tap the link that we've spoke about, whether it's Claudia, whether it's Al, or it's Armon, anybody, I mean, you guys are more than welcome. You guys want to speak for yourselves, or you absolutely can. Yeah, I just didn't get where the like the transphobic stuff was coming from and whatnot. And I also don't feel like T.S. Madison should stop talking about certain things because people are so sensitive. Like they're gonna stay sensitive, girl, no matter what you talk about. It don't matter what you talk about, they're gonna be sensitive. And I think I'm interested into hearing her take when it comes to people like, Charles and Netta and stuff like that. I watch talk, so y'all be like, oh, she's here. Hi, TS Madison, and I'm a girl.
Hey Sean, how you doing, baby?
I'm good. How are you? Love you.
I love you too. Listen, here's the thing. One thing I am is I want people to know that I'm not above reproach. I'm not above people critiquing me. I'm not above I'm a Libra, so I like to, balance the things out, But here's the thing with people, how people work my nerves with the lies that they tell.
Mm-hmm.
We have to really pay attention to the thing in totality. I sat back, I listened to that guy, Casanova, like really crank this stuff up about a transphobia and me against Netta. And I actually went back myself because when we drinking on that show, I talk a lot of shit. It's fag talk. We having a good time. I
Right.
went back and I watched many episodes that had things to do with Netta. And as I went back and I watched those episodes that had stuff to do with Miss Netta, I watched myself tell Craig, even when we were unsure about Netta's pronouns, I watched myself break down how to use they and them in a conversation, even if we were unaware of, people's gender identity. I watched me do that. I
Mm-hmm.
also watched me I laughed like because Craig say some shit that's funny. It is funny he be going in on Miss Netta, like when he said Netta's lawn and leaf. Our show is live. I can't censor a live. If we were edited, I probably could have cut around a lot of shit. Our
Okay.
show is live. That is Craig and I show. One thing I've learned, even after the whole situation that went down with me and Kaya, which I don't want to get into, and I don't care who feels whatever way, that was learning experiences and learning tools for me. Like, like when, let's make sure that everything is like completely how it's supposed to be done, which I did the same thing with Kaya. However, I'm not going back into that space, and I really don't give a fuck nothing about that lady.
Mm-hmm.
But in this is our show. This is something that a name I came up with, and this is what me and Craig said that we were going to do together. We monetize off of the show. We have the show on the road. I got a residency here in Atlanta. We make money from the show. We split the money that we make for the YouTube. It streams on Craig's platform. It streams on mine. Okay. So when we have conversations or whatever, and they talking about this shit comes out the blue. Mo sits over there at his desk, and they upload the things in real time. Like when we talking about stuff, we use the StreamYard program, and they upload it in real time. So I don't do all the subjects that come on the show. Sometimes Craig's put his inputs on the subject. I put my input on the subject, and because Mo is the straight person on the show, Mo puts his. There are pieces of things that Mo put in there. All right,
Mm-hmm.
boom. There have been multiple times that Netta stuff has come up, and I'm like, girl, I don't want to talk about Netta, girl. I don't want to do this. Like, girl, and then Craig's like, girl, did you see those thoughts? Did you see that? Yes, Craig, I saw it. Yes, this, like, girl, this is the fun that we
Hold on,
have when
not
we're
not to cut you off, TS. I'm sorry, but so
okay.
what is your hesitation on talking about Netta? Is there just is there a
Well, my
reason?
hesitate. I'm gonna be honest, like, and you probably gonna get some exclusive tea. There was a video that I watched where Netta was talking to another content creator on her, because I followed them on TikTok. I watched them on TikTok. I
Mhm.
watch the stuff. Like, I mean, they're interesting to me. So I mean, I watch them. I watched her have an argument with another content creator, and if you there's a video I have on this orange dress, I think it is, and my hair was layered to the side, and I remember I said, Craig, I watched the video where she was arguing with this other content creator, and the gentleman, she said, "Well, you've called me ugly. You said this and other." Like she was really running her feelings down, and I said to Craig, I said, Craig, I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? This is a newfound fame. I've been in this shit a long time, Sean, a long,
Mhm.
long time. Like, and quiet as this kept, if you really want me, and this might sound narcissistic, and to the person that called me a narcissist in the comment section, here we go. I've been doing this before so many people, so many black, gay, LGBTQIA creators came into the space. There were girls that were before me, but I came in very loud, very live, very in color. And I was the only one that came in butt naked that commanded the world to look at me. Okay.
Mhm.
And then after that, the aesthetics of the things for me had changed around. So when I look at this, I was like, oh shit, she's really not built for all of the things that come along with, and I started feeling bad. I was like, damn. When I had the opportunity to speak to her on the on Fox Soul, when I hosted that day, the producers had asked me, they said, Madison, will you ask her, is she a part of the community? Will you respectfully do it? Will you respectfully ask Netta, is she a part of the community? So when the moment came, they chose me to ask because, of course, I'm a presence for the community. And I said, hey, Miss Netta, what do you identify in the community? Netta said that she does not identify with LGBTQIA. Then after she said that, she said, "No, can you ask me that again?" I asked Netta the same question again, and she said, "No, she's not trans. She's not this." I have not one time said anything that's transphobic towards Netta. I have not called Netta a he, a him. I have not called Netta any. I that morning when we were looking because it was Netta's birthday on June, I think it was June something. Her cash app is Joe Netta. Her Cash App is Jonetta. That's her
Mhm.
Cash App name. And so I was like, well, I want to send her, something on her, but it's saying Jonetta here. I have not called Netta anything outside of Miss Netta. I have not called Netta anything outside of anything but Miss, she, and her. I have not said any disparaging things about Miss Netta, nothing. Have I laughed at some shit that Craig said about Miss Netta? Yes. Have I tapped Craig on his shoulder and said, Craig, come on, bro. Come on, dog. I don't want to talk about this stuff with Netta. I do not want to do this, girl. Come on.
Mhm.
After I watched that video of her, I empathized with her feelings because this is the face, this is the image, this is the thing that Netta has had to deal with for the entirety of her life. And I've why I and in that video, in that one stance, I was like, damn, because everybody terrorizes Miss Netta on her looks.
Yeah.
My issue, here's my issue. Maybe this where I can possibly take pieces of accountability for some of the things that of the way that it may have came out. As a TS Madison, I've been on this thing a very long time. I've been on the internet since even when I was doing adult films, my shit was going viral on the internet because of the trades that I was doing the movies and shit with way
Right.
back. So being internet famous and being a part of shit that's not new to me. Um, I said to myself, and it did come out loud, and I can take accountability in the moment and say, well, maybe it did sound shady. So all this time, because I don't think that I look when you say I look like a man, Sean, you are a handsome man. Craig looks like a man. Mo looks like a man. My staff of men that are around me, those are men. They look like men. When you say that I look exactly like a man, and Netta looks like a woman, I asked the question, so I look exactly like all of those men that are around me. Now, if you said I look like a tranny, a trainee, a trans, whatever, then I'd be like, okay, got it. I get it. But when you say I look exactly like a man and Netta can be a woman and I have to look exactly like a man. I know this stuff comes from places of people who possibly have possibly have issues with me. They possibly don't like me. They don't have or maybe something I've said has rubbed them the wrong way. They don't like how things went with me and Kaya. Whatever it is, whatever notion it is that they have about me, and I think that that's their way of trying to jab me. Like, oh, bitch, you look exactly like a man. First of all, I walk through society every day, all day. I know that I don't look exactly like a man. I'm not. Do I look like a trans woman? Yes. Do I look like a bio woman to some? Yes. But exactly like a man, we're not doing that. So that was my question. The way that it probably rolled off my tongue and in its stance could have been deemed as shady. And it had nothing really to do with Netta. It was so Netta. So you say Netta look like the cunt and I look like the nigga? Okay, got it. And I can take responsibility and say that that's probably why that they have taken this whole scenario and ran with it. There is nothing that Miss Netta has that she has that I'm jealous of. Nothing. I've been rich for a very long time. Sorry that I say that a lot, but it's true.
No,
I've
it's
been rich.
fine.
I've been rich for a very long time. It's not. I was rich from doing those little 99-cent adult porn movies. I've always been a business savvy person. I've always been a business savvy trans woman. I've always been open about me having titties at the top, dick at the bottom. I've been very open about me being a TS. I've been very open about me being transsexual. I'm very private when it comes to my personal life. Like nobody knows who I'm dating. Nobody knows that I have. I'm not jealous of anything that any other content creator has. I have laid the foundation down in the internet space, whether they want to give me my credit for it or not. In the internet space, if you take the time and research in the internet space, I have laid the foundation down for these people to go through. All the names that all these other people call out, ask any of those names who has been their inspiration on how to maneuver through the cyber streets. They will tell you it's tea. That comes from Laverne Cox's mouth. That comes from Janet Mock's mouth. That comes from all the girls' mouths who have pioneered a way for me to cross over into mainstream media. So
Mhm.
they can't sit here and take away what they like to do is try to sit away and take away or diminish my presence because they don't like me and they feel that my arrogance, they feel that that's a part of my arrogance because I say, um, let's really count back and dial back and see how who actually put the shit on the map. Let's do it. You know? So my thing is when we sit back and we look at this stuff, I give G's. I told people I wouldn't know how to do YouTube if it wasn't for Diamond Styles. I told people that I wouldn't know how to do things if it wasn't for Funky Dineva. Like these people were in spaces before me. But as a transgender woman, let's talk about how the torch has been taken. Ask yourself, what black transgender woman that you know right now that has had a better or a bigger crossing over from the infamous background that she has into mainstream media? Who is a
I,
porno? Who has been
I,
deemed a porno star? Who has been deemed a porn this and this because that's the only thing that they love to bring up and has turned her entire career around. I've executive produced my own television show. I've executive produced two of my own talk shows. I've been in mainstream movies with A-listers. I've worked with Beyonce several times, if to be exact. Don't let Cozy fool you. But worked with Beyonce. I've did, like I've worked with coming up Tyler Perry, all the things like this stuff, and I am the same bitch that is deemed a porno star, porn this, all the stuff that they love to attach to my name, which is fine because I don't shy away from my past. If we
yeah.
want to talk about the truths here, the truth is there. I am one of one. I am one of one, which when it came down to how they tried to keep me out because the same things that they tried to do to keep me out of to keep me out of mainstream media. They talked about my adult film, my adult this, my adult that. It's the same thing that I walk when I sit on major platforms. I sit on daytime television. I sit on nighttime fucking television. I sit on podcasts. And I'm always championing things for the black community and my black transgender community. So of course, when things rile up, they like to rake me over the coals just because of the positions and the things that I hold. So at the end of the day, Google would be their friend. Google will tell you. If you type in TS space Madison in Google right now, it'll run my resume down from adult films all the way to what's going on now. So yes, when we talk about pioneers and all this stuff, I stand on the shoulders of the pioneers that pioneered before me. However, I occupy mainstream media spaces, and those are facts. Those
Yeah.
are facts. That's not something that's made up. That is factual. I have so many mainstream media ties and my hands in stuff that has yet to debut because there are things that I've done that have not aired yet. There are things that are coming up that has not aired yet. There's stuff that I've produced that have not aired yet. There are people that I've worked with that have not aired yet. Things that I've done and doing. I don't my resume toots its own horn. And so with all of that, like when people be getting this comment talking about I'm jealous, sweetheart, those people have such a long way to go to even touch the hem of the things that I've already done or am doing right now. Just because you get a like, a share, a world star, or this and the other, I see the girls coming. But if there was anybody that was going to was going to walk in my shoes, they would have already walked it. I've been doing this. I've lived in this old house for 17 years. I remember me coming to the door saying, "Come on in, bigdickbitch.com." That was 17 years ago. And I am still one of the most sought after black transgender woman bitch in mainstream media. So I'm not worried about that. My thing is, I was angry at the fact that they tried to paint me out to a picture to be a transphobe against someone who does not even identify as trans. Two, a person that I have never said any transphobic things against. Three, who I have sat there and I've tried to break down pronouns and all types of stuff, you know, to try to educate people on this person's identity. So at the end of the day, I ate it. Did I like the stuff that was going on or whatever? No. Did they, because Craig is not the biggest star, so it's attached to me. And they said, well, T.S. Madison is your platform. It's our show. It's our show. This is not a show that Fag Talk is not a Fag Talk without Craig. Fag Talk is not Fag Talk without Craig. That is our show. And what people fail to realize is when I want to cuss a motherfucking hoe out, I don't need nobody else to be my mouthpiece for me. When I don't like a bitch, I eats a bitch up. When I come back, when I get off of 4th of July, I'm gonna snatch the rest of the edges off of Tasha K's nappy neck ass when I read that motherfucking dirty back ass bitch for the videos that she sits back and she constantly like. I don't need nobody to do that for motherfucking me. I don't need nobody to do that for me.
Yeah. So
The
how do
bitch.
you feel about that? By her saying that
Well, because
you
she's a
put a
liar.
batter in his back.
She's a liar. She's sensation. That bitch was. If it wasn't for me teaching that hoe how to do live shows, she called me to get my information for Craig so that Craig can help her get her first live show together. That bitch could suck my dick from the back, bitch, with shit on it. Fuck her and those motherfucking retarded ass kids that bitch got. And I said, I don't need damn,
Yes, girl.
damn bitch to tell. I don't need no other person permission to motherfucking use my mouthpiece to say anything that I want to say about anybody. Nobody, I don't need nobody. And if anybody don't like me for that, fuck you. I don't need you to like me. Fuck you. I'm not explaining myself to another motherfucking pussy asshole about what I want to say and how I want to say. I don't want to talk about Netta and Charles anymore because I've never wanted to talk about Netta and motherfucking Charles. I
Yeah.
never did.
So when you said that earlier, that there were people saying that people were clocking Netta people were clocking you, but weren't
Mhm.
clocking Netta. You weren't saying that in a malicious way. You were just saying
No, I
like,
was not. I was not
yeah,
saying that in a malicious way. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
I'm like, damn, at least y'all can say I look like a trainee. Damn. Y'all ain't said I look like a trainee. Y'all said I look exact. Sean, you are a handsome man. I don't look like you.
No, you don't. Not at all.
There's men that are in this avatars in the back. I don't look like any of those men.
Yeah.
Damn. So that's the shit I'm saying. Like, so this is what men look like. Oh, okay. There you go. Who said this is cringe? Oh well. Y'all know I don't give a fuck about what the fuck I say, bitch. Y'all know I don't give a fuck about my mouth not gonna be censored. And I don't come for women. I only come for a bitch that ring my door. You
Yeah.
ring my doorbell, bitch, I'm gonna answer. I'm going for you, your kids, your mama, bitch, dead or alive, your motherfucker, whatever hurts you, bitch, I'm going for it. Fourth, you don't have no love lost for me. So how am I as a black trans woman, bitch? I'm expendable. You can say everything that you want to say at any cost to me, and I'm not gonna come gut punch you and gut punch your motherfucking kids, bitch. Bitch, I'm from Dade County. My mouth has always been motherfucking vicious, bitch. Dade. Me and Kaya sat next to each other, and then she red and roast. But if you go back and if the whole really tell the motherfucking truth, that bitch will tell you that bitch mouth is way more vicious than mine.
Kaya's?
Anyway, yeah. That bitch will
Agreed.
tell you. That bitch used to always say that shit. That bitch used to say, bitch, they think I'm the villain, bitch. You the real villain. I'm like, well, I mean, you just feel these ways about people. I read who I feel like that I want to read.
Mhm. Absolutely.
You said that's very okay, bitch. So what is masculine? I'm a nigga and a bitch at the same time. What you talking about, Talia? I ain't never ever denied that I'm a two bitches, them two motherfuckers at one time. That's y'all problem.
So with you and Netta, because Netta don't have no smoke for you, right?
No netta gonna got no smoke for me.
Yeah.
No.
So are you disappointed that it turned out like this between like the social media making it?
I think that everybody has been trying to capitalize off it and be sensational and sensationalize it to make money off of the situations and stuff like that, and that's fine. Um, but I'm gonna make my money too. Why everybody else can sit around here and make money off my name, bitch, and I can't?
Yeah, no, I agree. And so why you gonna stop talking about Netta and them then
Well,
TS girl?
because the reason why I'm going to stop talking about Netta is because of because the trans stuff. Like I'm a very big person that advocates for trans issues. And because, I don't want this picture painted out about me, especially when it comes down, because it defeats the cause. It defeats the purpose. It defeats the thing, the mission that I'm on when it comes down to me and my community. It defeats that.
Yeah.
And so because it defeats that, I'm like, listen, I don't want that to overshadow really the cause of what I'm really fighting for the girls. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go around that. I'm gonna go around that. Now, if Netta came forth and she really wanted to get into it, and she really wanted to draw a line in the line of scrimmage, Netta not built for me. She not
Netta,
built for me.
stand
It's a lot.
down. Stand
Netta
down,
not
Netta,
built for
stand
me.
down.
She not. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I don't have no smoke for Netta, but you get what I'm saying? I told Netta, I wrote Netta in TikTok and said, I don't have no smoke for you. I don't have no smoke for you. She responded. She said she don't have no smoke for me either. But if the people put jumper cables in their Netta bag, you know what I'm saying? And she go back and look at all those times that I have really been, respectful to her, all that shit'll go out the motherfucking window. But she don't got no pressure with me, and I don't have no pressure. The bitches I got pressure for, I name them by names. I don't hide behind a motherfucker to tell to make it, seem like that I need. I don't need. Craig can't read like me.
Yeah, he can read, but not like
Craig is
you.
not
Agreed.
skilled in that. Bitch, Craig not skilled like me to read. Bitch, I'm from the sidewalk. Bitch, I've read niggas, fault niggas, motherfucker. I'm from the sidewalk. And
I'm
when
not the
people talk
sidewalk.
about I don't have that same energy for niggas, you better check my resume. I done wore Corey Holcomb, D.L. Hughley. I gets in the ring with all of them because bitch, I have a Florida mouth. And I'm with all the shits. And so my thing is, hoes talk about, well, at least Netta got a man. How y'all know I don't got no man? How y'all know?
Yeah,
You would
I agree.
gag. They don't know I don't got no motherfucker. How you know I
TS
ain't got
said
no
you a
man?
gag girl. Well,
Bitch,
no, I
I'm
said the
fat.
same thing.
Bitch,
Yeah,
I'm
I said the
fat,
same
just like
thing.
a lot of you fat, nasty assholes that be saying all that fuck shit in the comment section, bitch. And y'all fat, nasty, sloppy, ringworm, pussy having ass bitches got niggas. So what in the fuck make you think I can't get one? Bitch, and I'm rich. So what in the fuck? What make you think I couldn't buy a nigga?
Oh my
Have you
god.
lost your mind, bitch?
Who TS the girl?
Have you lost your mind, bitch? A lot of you fat ringworm pussy having ass motherfucking hoes that be having y'all shitty breath mouth on me, talking all that bullshit about me, bitch, got nigga. So how the fuck I couldn't have no nigga? And I'm pretty, bitch. So how the fuck I wouldn't be able to have no motherfucking nigga, bitch? When a lot of you hoes, bitch, goddamn ain't trying to figure out how you gonna get your motherfucking next rent pay, bitch. I have no worries on no bills that roll in this bitch. And Tasha K talking about my motherfucking bitch. I got two pools. One I built the deck around, and one that's built in the ground, bitch. Bitch, ho, get your motherfucking step your puss up, puss asshole, bitch. You on tour to pay Cardi B, bitch.
Oh god.
You on tour to pay Cardi B, bitch. I'm on tour, bitch, because bitch, I like to live lavish, ho. Raggedy ass motherfucking bitch. Raggedy funny looking ass motherfucking cockeyed bitch. That's why that whole kid's eyes can't motherfucking stay. You can do that bitch kid's eyes can't keep them kids can't see straight. With that drunken ass liver she had when she was pregnant, had one of them motherfucking children, bitch. That's why them kids' eyes like that. The bitch over there can't even hula hoop. Your kids can't hula hoop, bitch, because they came out that drunk ass, corroded ass, ragged ass pussy you got. I don't need Craig to say nothing to me about to help me read no fucking body. I don't need
No,
that.
I said that. I said that. TS reads. She
I don't
will
need Craig
read.
to help me do a motherfucking thing, bitch. If I wanted to latch on to Netta, bitch, Netta would get it, or Charles, they would get it. But I don't have no pressure. My pressure is with pussy ass motherfucking phony ass hoes like Tasha K. That's a phony bitch, and I want you to be very careful, Sean. I want you to be very careful. I've never did nothing to that maggot ass bitch. I never did nothing to that hoe. That
Well,
hoe
how did
came
y'all
here.
like?
That hoe
How
came
did?
here. That hoe ate. That hoe motherfucking had a good time. That hoe has always been exactly who she is. A dirty, low down, foot dragging, bottom feeding ass punk bitch. That's why that hoe had to fly over there to Africa to motherfucking marry that man to get his green card to bring him back over here, bitch, to embarrass him. That motherfucking hoe. I don't even read Kaya back and forth like bitch. All I say is that pussy asshole left that oil stain out there in my yard. The bitch that I got to have the people come out here and pressure clean, pressure wash the damn outside my house.
Ooh, not the oil stain. She left it in your driveway, girl.
Listen, I don't want y'all not to I don't want y'all not to like Tasha K, but Tasha K is a motherfucking liar. The bitch lie. How the fuck you do in any on God's earth? I just watched a little clip. This a bit somebody sent me where this bitch talking about Miss Netta got more money than me. If you believe that, bless your heart. If you believe that she got more money than you, bless your bitch. Say that I don't got no residency at it. Bitch, business comes to me. I can't help that this hoe told her ass, and the only thing that she can do, bitch, is turn her camera on. And but she has no talent. She has no talent. So I can't help that the only thing that she can do is turn her camera on, bitch, and she can't align herself with any other aspects of get money. There, I get checks in my sleep from everywhere I'm at. From MTV to motherfucking BET, everything, everywhere where Viacom at, bitch, I get checks from that. Everywhere. I've seen a regular motherfucker in the comments say, I was in a movie that flopped and nobody. Bitch, I was in a Universal picture. Bitch, you will never. Bitch, you in the comment section, you will never know what it's like. Bitch, run your ass down there to your cubicle and sit down, ho, and ask for your first 15 and your last 30-minute break, bitch. I fly around this earth. Because I am T.S. Madison, bitch. First class, bitch, black car, bitch. I don't even see, I don't know what hot air feels like outside, bitch, because I'm in and out. Bitch, I'm ushered through. Bitch, there's security surrounding me. Bitch, there's cameras in my face all the motherfucking time, bitch, and I demands my check. And at the end, beginning, middle, and end of all of the business deals that I'm with, my attorneys are black. All my attorneys are black, bitch, and they make sure that, bitch, when I'm 80 years old, bitch, when the Lord bless me to see that, bitch, that I'm still gonna get a check from where I was at. I can't help that regular asshole had to run down there and get an app, had to get an app, bitch. You feel? I can't help that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And I know
Well,
that's your
Tasha
friend.
said, she said, see,
I know
I
that's your friend.
cannot. See, it's like, I like Tasha. That's,
And it's
that's
okay.
kind of like you. Like,
Here's the thing. I
it's,
don't want you to dislike Tasha. I don't want nobody to dislike Tasha. I don't fuck with that mangy ass bitch. I don't fuck with her. I don't fuck with her because the bitch is faker than a motherfucking $4 bill. And you know they don't even exist. Y'all talking about
she
somebody
said
wake
that
Tasha
you
up.
and Netta
Baby
make the
Tasha,
same
let me
money
tell
on
you,
Facebook.
girl, Facebook, ma'am, I have
No, I'm just telling you what she said. She said that you and
ma'am,
Netta make the same amount of money on Facebook, but
ma'am, I have
you,
a Beyonce residual. Hello? I have a Beyonce residual. That's number one. I licensed the show to Fox Soul, bitch. That Fox Soul ain't even over there no more, bitch. And that show is on Tubi. I have residuals that come from that. I'm a businesswoman. I've always been a businesswoman. BigDickBitch.com ain't even up no more, bitch. And I still get checks to roll. I will never see a broke day. Never. As long as my God sit high in the sky and look low, I will never see a broke day. That bitch don't know anything about my business. And if she was listening, and she over there listening to Gio tell her any business that he don't know, I never
and,
trusted that nigga. And
and
so
Gio's
because
not
I
on your
never
team no
trusted
more, right?
that he and never was.
Oh,
If you look at it, if you really paid attention, after that motherfucker hauled ass, everything went up for me, didn't it? Where I been? I ain't been nowhere but up.
true.
I ain't been nowhere but up.
Oh, that is true.
So,
So,
all that shit them hoes be talking, these hoes be talking from a place of, I don't like TS, I don't like her arrogance, or I don't like T, I don't like his arrogance, I don't like this, I don't like the way I don't like, he manipulate. I don't manipulate a motherfucking person, nobody. I don't have to.
mhm.
I don't have to.
No, I agree.
Somebody said push a kid. I don't want, bitch, listen, that's what y'all got y'all pussies for. I don't want no motherfucking children, bitch. That's what you lay on your back and let that nigga fucking come in you, bitch, and you have his baby. That's why you stuck to that job, that chair, that motherfucking sofa right now, and the YouTube talking to Sean, bitch, because you got to be home raising his kids while he fucking the next bitch and could be getting fucked in his ass.
Oh,
Go on
God.
somewhere with that shit. I'm not jealous of no bitch that got no pussy. Because a lot of you hoes that got pussies is not doing anything for you. So why in the fuck would I want the pussy that you got, bitch, when the titties at the top I got and the dick in the bottom I got me flying all over the motherfucking world, bitch, and living the life that I want to live. And the pussy you got, bitch, got you home crying about a nigga, bitch, that won't commit to you. It ain't doing nothing for you. So why the fuck do I want it? Happy 4th of July, bitch. Put a firecracker in your ass and let it pop.
Woo. TS, do you feel like it's a double standard when it comes to trans women and Black women when it comes to talking on somebody that may be in the community?
Here's the thing, I don't think that the black women, some who have insecurities within themselves, because I don't give a fuck what they say, and this probably gonna go somewhere. There are a lot of black women that are very insecure against other black women. Then you add a black transgender woman to the equation who is rich, who is successful, who is in their motherfucking face. So of course they try to find every area and every aspect and every stuff to diminish the presence of. Bitch, on my platform, all I do is uplift black women because my mother is a black woman, and I've watched my mother. I have watched my mother go through her struggles. I bought my mama's house. I bought my mama's house. I bought this house I motherfucking live in. I lived in over here that I'm giving to the starter house, and I bought the new house over there, bitch. I did everything that I could in my power to so that my mother wouldn't be struggling as a black woman. As a black woman. And so I understand, I don't have no pressure with black women. It's the black women that got pressure with me that I'm not gonna hold back on. Your pussy not gonna save you from me lashing on your ass. That's not gonna save you. It's
Right.
not gonna save you because the black women that support me and fuck with me, they don't use that as a way to. They'll tap me on my shoulder and say, Maddie, maybe you shouldn't have said this way with him. And I can see it from reasoning. But walking in the door telling me that you can have kids and you got ovaries and you can this and that, I don't give a fuck about that. You can do all that, bitch, and you can do all of that stuff that you screaming in my face about right now, and you still sitting over there trying to get that man to commit to you. Bitch, kiss my ass. It ain't doing nothing for you, so what the fuck do I want it for? Why do I want it? It ain't doing nothing for you. You hoes trying to find out where your next meal coming from, bitch. I eat all of you. I'm fat. You ain't see how fat I am, bitch? I eat good all the time.
You are not fat.
Bitch. Oh, you telling me to stay humble? No, I'm not finna stay humble. Sure not. Because that's where you want me at, bitch. That's what you hoes want. No, I'm not finna stay humble. The Lord bless me. I'm on assignment, bitch. So I'm not finna stay humble. And bitch, guess what? In a year and two from now, it's gonna be more homes, more this, more money, more things, more material things. Yes, more material things, because that's what seems to upset y'all. That's what seems to upset you.
I know that's right, girl.
Oh, Sabrina, you say I seem to go too far. So when you go to throwing up that you got a real pussy and you can have kids and this and the other, and I tear your ass up and tell you that the pussy that you got is doing what it's doing for you, and the dick at the bottom and titties at the top that I got is exalting me in the place where I want to be. How is that going too far? Y'all never see that y'all draw the line in the sand, and then you don't be really built for the comeback for it.
Well, your defense game is going to be different when you have had to combat a lot of women.
Here go hold talking about nothing is forever when you ain't humble. Sweetheart, y'all been telling me to be humble. That's been 17 years ago. I'm on my second home. Excuse me, I'm on my third home. No. I'm on my third home. You don't have to like me, bitch. You don't have to like me. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. I could care less. Eat a dick.
TS did not come to play. She absolutely did not.
Eat a dick. Now,
yes,
D, who you
she will
talking to?
respond.
Hold on, D. Who you talking to when you say it's not a competition or a comparison, though? So what's your point? That's the point I'm making. So what's your point? Because we not competing. So what's your point? What is the point of you telling me this? Bitch, when I get up and stand over that toilet seat every day and pee, I know I don't have no motherfucking pussy. So what's your point of telling me that? What's your point? You don't own hair. You don't own lipstick. You don't own nails. You don't own that. So what's your motherfucking point? What's the point? I know what I'm not. I know that I'm not a female. I know that. I'm TS. So what's your point? What is your point? You have a pussy. You can have a period. You can have all of his children. You can do all that. What is your point? If we were struggling the same, then I would be like, oh my God, I really wish that I had what you got so that my life would be better. But obviously a lot of you hoes' lives ain't better than mine. So therefore it's doing nothing for you. So why are you telling me these things as if, bitch, I have pussy envy? I do not. Do you hoes really know how much pussies cost these days? $7,500 on Klarna. $7,500 on Klarna.
I don't think she's upset. I think she's passionate.
I'm very passionate because this is what, as a transgender person, you wake up to this every day. I can't post
Yeah.
a picture. I can't have a conversation about nothing unless the first thing that a bitch running the door with is, "You not a real woman. You got ma'am, I am TS. I am TS. So what, you don't have to come in announcing what I'm not. I've already told you that from the door. I told you from the door. I'm transsexual. Transsexual Madison. From the door. So why are you coming in here with aggression and with your chest pumping, beating like this on your chest like King Kong to a bitch that's telling you, I know I'm not you. I don't want to be you. I know this.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can relate because as gay people, they just, and a lot of people think that, have that ideology, just think like, oh, because you did this or talk like this and move that way, you want to be a woman. It's like, no, not at all. I don't want to be a woman at all.
You talking about
Not even a
being
little bit.
TS? Hold on. P says being TS should not. But it does not bother me. Obviously, y'all be the one that be bothered. The one that got to run there, that got to meet me at the door with that. Y'all have. If you really look at yourself, look at how bothered you are about it. Because you're walking in the door stating to an individual who says, "Hey y'all, I have titties at the top and dick at the bottom. I am a transsexual." You're running to the door and your first response, your first immediate thing is, "You'll never be a woman. You'll never be a trans. You'll never be a bio woman." Okay. So after we pass that, let's talk about these issues that's going on in the world. Okay. If my existence bothers you in that space that you can't hear anything else, something is wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. You're triggered. If my presence as a transsexual, transgender, titties top, dick bottom, and you can't get past that, and I'm proclaiming that from the mountain, something is wrong with you. Oh yeah, you're bothered. You bothered. You gotta be bothered. And don't come in with that love is love shit. You gotta be bothered. Because you wouldn't have to stand on business. Y'all be feeling like you got to stand on, but I'm a real woman though. But I'm a real woman. But okay, we've acknowledged that. We've acknowledged that you're a real woman, and we've also acknowledged that I'm not a female. So why are we even here? Why are we even in this? Why are we even having this conversation though? Why are we even here? Why do we have to talk about your pussy, your period, and your birthing abilities? Why are we here doing that when I've already established that these are the things that I don't have, I don't possess, and this is what I'm not? Why are we here? What is it? Why? What's the you? If you really self-evaluate, the aggression comes from you all that like to do that. There are women that don't meet me like that. There are countless women that don't meet me with their pussy. There are countless women that don't meet me with, "You a dude, I'm a woman." There are countless women that meet me like that, and those women are the most secure women that I have ever met in my life. The insecure ones always show up. The insecure ones always show up. You'll know their security level by the beginning of their statement. "Oh, you'll never be a woman. You'll never." We've already established that from the top of the conversation. So why are we even here? Why are we even here? We've talked about this from the top of the conversation. I am TS, transsexual Madison. Titties at the top, dick at the bottom. So why are we here talking about your vagina? Chocolate Chip, you said the fact that TS don't see no wrong in saying that. I don't give a fuck about y'all bitches. Y'all bitches that don't give a fuck about me. I don't give a fuck about y'all pussy ass hoes. I don't give a fuck about y'all pussy ass hoes children. I don't give a fuck about y'all pussy ass hoes motherfucking families. I care nothing because bitch, you don't see any value in my existence. So I give a fuck about nothing that you or your offspring. Nothing. I give a fuck about you. So, bitch, all you hoes can motherfucking, you know how I feel. I don't even want to say, because that would have really been dark what I was getting ready to say. I don't give a fuck nothing about you bitches.
Yeah.
When y'all feel some type of way about me, I don't give a fuck about you. You, your children, or anybody you kin to, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about Tasha K. So I don't give a fuck about her, her children, bitch, her husband, or anybody she related to. Fuck them. Yes, Island Brown, and I had to catch myself because I was finna get real dark. I don't give a
Real
fuck
dog.
about y'all. Bitch, y'all birth people just like y'all, so all y'all can get the fuck for me. If Tasha wasn't thinking about me, what she made a whole video about me for? Tell that hoe to suck my dick until her neck busts. Her and her motherfucking faggot ass husband. The soft pussy ass husband she got, soft faggot ass husband she got. Tell both of them niggas to get on their knees and suck my dick until they neck bust.
Niggas.
Ain't no way
Oh
she
my
if
God.
she was with a real nigga would have whooped her motherfucking ass for having them in debt like that.
Girl, you know, Tasha gonna play
Having the
by her
tour.
husband. Tasha gonna get you, Maddie.
Man,
Tasha
fuck
gonna
that.
get you.
I tell Tasha K husband in his face to suck my dick.
Oh. Okay.
You say, yeah, what you say? No, they do talk about my mama. That's the first thing they do. They always go for my mama. They talk about my mama in a chair. They talk about my mama. They always going for my mama. I don't give a fuck. Listen, they straight go for my mama. So I go for everything. Well, if bitch was good, if they want to slice throats, let's do it. Bitch, I carry a switchblade too.
No, Tasha K did speak on the situation with T.S. Madison
Yes, she
and Miss Netta
did.
last night. Yes,
She
she did.
specifically did. She did. Yes, she
She
did.
did. No,
She
she's not lying
did.
to him. She
I
did.
don't say nothing about that ragged ass motherfucking dick sucking ass bitch until that hoe say something about me. I don't hit nobody that don't hit me. You feel what I'm saying, Sean?
No, I feel it.
I don't
No, I
hit
get it.
nobody that don't hit me. If you don't ring my motherfucking doorbell, I won't answer. I just don't do it. Even when Tasha K was going through all that bullshit with Cardi B that whole time, when I thought that we was cool, I never talked about the situation. Everybody was trying to bring that shit to the floor. Like, Maddie, talk about this, talk about it. I was like, nah, me and her cool, so I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. How do you feel about Gigi from the Messy Sweet Spot? You guys are good, right?
Yeah, I'm good with Gigi. I just felt like that I didn't like the way Gigi chopped those videos up. And when Gigi chopped those videos up, you know, it made it look like that I was yelling at Netta. When I wasn't yelling at Netta, I was yelling at Casanova, Dr. Casanova Brown. See, I'm gonna call you by your motherfucking name, because ain't now bitch gonna whoop me. Now, bitch, I got goons in every corner. That all I got to do is whistle. I'm not worried about no motherfucking cunts. I'm not worried about no fags. I'm not worried about no motherfucking goddamn he-she's and no train. I'm not worried about none of that, bitch. I got hitters in every corner, bitch. All I got to do is whistle, bitch. I'm not worried about it. So when I had my voice in a high octave, I was talking to Dr. Casanova fucking Brown. I wasn't talking to Netta. And so, therefore, the way that it was cut up, it looked like I was saying that I was jealous of Netta. I felt some type of way about Netta. I felt, and that's not, I have never felt any type of way about Netta. But when I talked to Gigi, I talked to Gigi on the phone. I've been knowing Gigi for years. Like, I've known Gigi back when I first hit the scene, new weave, 22 inches. Yeah, Gigi was the first person to interview me way back then. That was like in 2013. We in 2025 almost. That was 12 years ago. So I've been knowing Gigi. So I just felt like, damn, sir, I'm not above getting on the internet. Listen, I'm in your chat. Sean, I'm in your chat. I watch you too.
Right.
I watch all the stuff. I see what's going on. I keep my ears and eyes to the screen because I got to know if I have to tell one of my if I got the whistle, which direction I'm whistling in. So I keep my eyes and ears to the screen. Ain't nobody finna sneak me. You ain't finna just sneak up and just jab me and think that my peoples ain't gonna have you on your motherfucking neck. You ain't finna do that. So I keep my eyes and ears to the street. I see everything, what's going on. And so, you know, I fuck with Gigi. I just didn't like that. And then after I got on the phone and talked to Gigi, I was like, oh, okay, girl, do your job. But just, put it in the context of how I go. Teresa, if you sleep and go in there and lay down. I know this your day off. We know you got to get back to work tomorrow, Teresa. If you tired and sleeping, carry your motherfucking ass in there and go to sleep. Sean talking to me right now. I'm the celebrity here that Sean is talking to. Carry your ass to
Period.
motherfucking sleep. Go to bed. Go get you some cover or take your ass outside in the woods, bitch, and get in you a motherfucking Ziploc bag and pretend it is a bean bag, bitch, and zip your ass up and go to motherfucking sleep. Since you so fucking sleepy, carry your ass to sleep, nigga. You said, no, I'm not on my own platform doing this. I'm on Sean's platform. Don't tell me where to go. I'm not, bitch, you not my boss. And I don't do what your boss tell you to do. Carry your ass to the motherfucking there and rest your body on 4th of July because I know this your day off. Okay, well, relax. That's right, babe. Relax. Relax.
Ooh, now Tia's talking about something. Relax.
Relax then. Shit.
I cannot.
Sean talking to me right now. Sean talking to me right now. And I'm talking to him and y'all. What you said, try again, young man? Baby, the only young man that you motherfucking know is that one that's hitting you from the back, bitch, when your no dick having ass husband, bitch, ain't taking care of you. That's the only young man you know. And the one you sliding that $40, or that sliding you that $40, bitch, to get your motherfucking, the back of your neck braided up, bitch, with them nap ass braids up on you. See, I can tell by your name, bitch, the back of your neck nappy, Teresa. Girl, if you don't get your ass somewhere and find you a chair, I know the back of your neck nappy. Bitch, you got the name that gives me you got a name that tell me the back of your neck nappy. Bitch, get a perm. Take that $40 from that young man that be long dicking you, bitch, because your husband can't get it up, bitch, and get you a just for me.
Not a just for me.
Girl. Sean, I like you. I came on here. I really like the way that you was having your commentary on this situation because you came from a place. You gave your opinion. You gave the way you felt about it. You gave, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't in there. See, what I don't like about hoes that be trying to talk about that type of shit is hoes be coming from a place of trying to be direct, like they know. Oh, I know this. I know that. Craig and I have trademarked um Fag Talk. We've also copyrighted stuff for Fag Talk. So Fag Talk is our show that we have together. That is our show. That's not my show alone. Maddie in the Morning is my show. The section called Fag Talk is that's our show together. There we go. That's illegally. That's Craig's and I show together.
Yeah.
And honey,
Now, see,
any
that
one of
I
them.
didn't know.
Yes, now you know that's our show together. That we've did all the legal ramifications and all that type of stuff. I'm also brokering a deal with a major platform that we're going to be probably moving over to very soon. I'm always somewhere brokering a deal because one thing about me, ain't damn bitch like Teresa gonna be motherfucking sitting over here going to no job, having my boss tell me, bitch, that I can go to the bathroom every 15 minutes or when I raise my motherfucking hands. Can't no slave ass bitch sit over here and tell me, bitch, try to serve me. Why don't you take that motherfucking real pussy that you got in there and go in there and motherfucking get you a nigga to really take care of you where you can get your big fat sloppy sour ass up, bitch, and motherfucking be something in the world.
I cannot.
What y'all say? It ain't been Craig. It ain't Craig. It's T.S. It's just been proven. How it's been proven? I ain't said one thing about Netta.
Well, people were saying that Craig is going to ruin you. I don't think that's true.
He's not.
Yeah, I like Craig.
He's not. Let me tell you why Craig is not going to ruin me. Issues that are important. I'm finna say something. This finna fuck y'all up. all those places that I occupy, all those real places that I occupy that give me real motherfucking money, ain't thinking nothing about none of you niggas. And the nigga shit y'all think that I'm gonna get cancer for, they ain't thinking about none of you niggas. None of you with an ERS. They not thinking about none of you niggas. That's why I get on here and I say what the fuck that I want to motherfucker say when I get ready to motherfucker say it and report back to where I want to work at. Cause they ain't thinking about none of you fuck ass pump pussy niggas. So when I tear y'all bitches up and line y'all hoes up, bitch, like a temp fade, bitch, and then go back to work, you know what they tell me when I get to work? Oh my God, Madison, we never want to be on your bad side. And I say, and you bet not. Cause bitch, I'ma get you and your mama.
Ooh, yes, girl. You think I'm the
Sean,
play?
you said exactly they don't care black women. I care about black women. It's you bitches that I don't fuck with. Let me rephrase that. I care, love, revere, and respect black women. It's you raggedy bitches that I don't give a fuck about. You raggedy motherfuckers. You raggedy motherfuckers that I don't give a fuck about. Black women I love and revere. My mother's a black woman, bitch. My grandmother's a black woman. My aunts, they're black women. It's you raggedy bitches that I don't give one fuck about. And Tasha K is a raggedy motherfucking bitch, and her offspring, her husband, and anybody kin to that motherfucking dog meat ass bitch I don't give a fuck about.
Oh God. So y'all could never have a conversation, you and Tasha?
Man, fuck that hoe. You already know my motto. Eat a tree,
Yeah.
bitch. Eat a tree. Eat a tree, bitch. That's my motto.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Give a
you're
fuck about that
entitled.
hoe.
Mm, mm, mm.
So again, to my black women who understand it, who get it, to my black women who not rushing to the front line telling me how much of them I will never be, to my black women who are secure and being strong, beautiful, powerful black women, because that's the only type of black women I surround myself with. My lawyers, both of my lawyers are black women who don't fuck off about me. My manager is a black woman who don't fuck off about me. They not raggedy tie, foot shackling black bitches. Those are black women who hold it down. So if you already know the distinction between the two of y'all, I'm not talking to you. It's my girls that I'm not. That's black women that get it. All right,
Absolutely.
Sean,
And
you
Cat
got
don't
what
have
you?
my tongue. Yes, I definitely did. I just wanted you to clarify some things. I really appreciate you coming up here, TS. You know, I love you, girl. I
Girl,
love
listen,
you.
I live for you. I watch your commentary. I be on there, and when I see you over on that regular bitch show, I said, "Don't you taint yourself." I told myself that. I said, "Don't you taint yourself. Don't you let that motherfucking ragged ass bitch taint you. That raggedy, dirty neck ass bitch. Don't you let that dirty neck bitch taint you. Don't do that. You don't need that motherfucking hoe. That hoe ain't going nowhere but YouTube, and that's it.
Oh, what's not
She
about
ain't
needing
going
to talk
nowhere
to?
but you. That bitch ain't
I
going
like
nowhere but
her.
you. That nigga ain't going nowhere but YouTube
Oh,
and on tour. That's all. That's it. She probably got a check from Morgan and Morgan somewhere, and they probably didn't research that raggedy bitch because Morgan and Morgan reached out to me too. That bitch ain't going nowhere but YouTube and motherfucking tour. That's all. That's it. That hoe gonna be 137 years old, bitch. Teeth ain't no teeth in the mouth, bitch. Eyeballs in the back of her motherfucking head. Trying to think that she done spilling somebody's teeth. By then, we would hope one of them children that flew back from Africa, bitch, to take care of her. She talking about my pool, my kiddie pool in the back when her mother when she done flew that ugly ass little boy over there to Africa, bitch, to dig a hole in the ground,
oh,
bitch, and use the water hose
see,
playing in that muddy water back there. Fuck that dirty asshole.
oh God. Yeah.
You say
Her
why
son
her
is
neck got to
cute.
be dirty? That's because the bitch don't keep no hair on her head. That's how you know that bitch neck dirty. Ain't no hair gonna lay back there. That bitch got to wring her pillowcases out every time she get up in the morning, neck so dirty. Anyway, I love you, Sean. It was so nice to talk to you.
I love you
Baby,
too.
baby, you already know what your thing finna do. Bless your heart.
You already, because of you.
Well, bless your heart.
Oh my God. I love you, TS. Thank you so
I
much
love
for
you too,
coming on.
baby, honey. I'm finna go barbecue me something right now, honey. I'm finna go to one of my other homes and have a barbecue.
I cannot. Well, you have a good time. Happy 4th.
All right, my baby.
All right. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Lord, that was T.S. Madison. That was T.S. Now look at here. Cat did not have my tongue. I do enough talking. I do. I need to shut up sometimes. You know. So when you bring a guest up, I think it's best to. That was T.S.'s first time coming to my platform. Shout out to T.S. I really appreciate that. Her coming up. It was her first time up, and it was impromptu. So it wasn't like this was a setup interview. It would have been way different. If it was that, again, it was impromptu. She came up. We had questions. She's in the title. So I really appreciate her coming and telling her side of the story. How you feel about TS, you definitely get to feel that way. As you see, TS does not care. And everything that TS said today on the show was TS's opinion. That's how she feels. I'm not here to take that away from anybody. Everybody knows how I get down. If you are in a public beef with somebody, like how, Tasha and Jaguar, public beef. So when Tasha came onto the show, she said what she wanted to say about Jaguar. I mean, it's what it is. I believe in letting people speak. That's how we get somewhere. And it's the same thing with TS. You let people speak so that you can get somewhere. So, constantly cutting a person off from one another. I appreciate TS for coming up here and displaying how she feels, whether people liked it or didn't like it. I don't get to tell TS how to think. And I'm a girl. The difference is this was impromptu. Yeah. See, Fact Talk is scheduled. This wasn't. Yeah, did Craig randomly just hit a link and come up? Or do they do the show together? Yeah, just when you thought you had a point, you don't. Again, this was impromptu. She just came up. She jumped in the chat and, hey, no problem. Absolutely. We're speaking on her. So that's the difference. The difference is this was impromptu. If you're going to compare something, make sure that they're the same situation. This wasn't planned. Yeah. But again, shout out to TS. So I appreciate her coming up here again. There may have been people that didn't approve of the things that she was saying and whatnot. And again, TS is a gag. She is a key. She's always been that. She has no filter. I did not mind her, like people saying in the chat, oh, this video definitely ain't being monetized. I don't care nothing about that. TS being here is everything. No different than when Tasha came or anybody else that comes through. If I lose my monetization for the video, I don't care. Like that's the last thing that I care about. You were entertained. That's what I care about. Like you would have been entertained whether TS gagged or roasted or not. Again, Tasha K just did a show last night and brought TS up. I did not bring TS up here to comfort Tasha or nothing like that, but she's entitled to how she feels. Tasha K hit my link right now. She says something about TS. It just is what it is. I'm not going to filter Tasha or nothing. Go ahead. Yeah, that's how you feel. That's not how I feel. That's how you feel. So, yeah. And Tasha, this what Tasha do. Tasha didn't talk about TS thinking TS was going to be quiet. Tasha knows TS is going to say something. This is not their first rodeo. So, yeah, and like Tasha's definitely going to respond. Tasha ain't going to let TS slide with what she just said. And TS wasn't going to let Tasha slide for what she said last night. It just is what it is. So, it's not like Tasha was over there speaking wonderfully of her and that's not what happened. Tasha, got through her shade and her shots and all of that stuff, So it's the same thing with TS. Why would she not do that? Why wouldn't she? It's for me not to agree with those things. How TS feels, she gets to feel. How I feel is how I get to feel. I like Tasha K. I don't have a problem with her. I like Tasha. I think Tasha's sweet. It is what it is. I'm not going to sit around and hope that Tasha me over, I'm just going to give her a fair chance. You know, as far as I'm concerned, Tasha's been nothing but cool since we have buried the hatchet and whatnot. And I'm going to hope that it stays like that. Just this, you know, that's it. You know, I'm not using Tasha or anything like that. And I think that's why Tasha likes me, because she knows that I'm not using her. But between Tasha and I, it's genuine. She like me, I like her. She do her thing, I do my thing. It is what it is. Same thing with T.S. Madison. I love T.S. I like T.S. You know, what T.S. does is what she does. What she says is what she says. And if you have a problem with what T.S. says, then all you have to do is go talk to her about it. Just like T.S. addressed y'all and responded to y'all in my chat, she'll do the same thing in hers. So if you don't like what she had to say, or if you liked what she had to say, definitely go over to Vax Talk. I think it comes on, what is it, tomorrow, or when is it? But the next one that comes out, make sure y'all subscribe to T.S. Madison's channel, Craig's channel, you know, and whatnot, and go from there. You say, I don't like that she brought up the children, and that will be a great conversation to have with her. You know, if you don't like what she said, I can promise you T.S. is not going to care. She's always gave it up like that. She's always given it up like that. And Tasha is not a stranger to people coming for her husband, her children, something. Just like T.S. is not a stranger of people coming for her sexuality, her pronouns, her mother. You know, so it kind of just rolls off your back after a while when people do it so much. You kind of just become like numb to it. So yeah, but Tasha and T.S. did just start cussing each other out. Like they've been doing it, and whatnot. And if you disagree with anything that T.S. said, you can definitely, again, this was impromptu. So it's not like we had a chance that it just kind of, what comes to your mind, you kind of just say it, type of situation. So, and of course, T.S. was feeling some type of way because people are putting something on her back that she doesn't feel like she should be carrying. With the transphobia and, you know, all type of other stuff. So she has the right to respond. I can't tell that woman how to respond. Just like I can tell Tasha how to respond. However Tasha chooses to respond, that's on her. If Tasha drop down and say, hey, drop the link, shine, whatever Tasha say, I'm going to allow it. Because that's how Tasha give it up. You know, Tasha's from Florida, just like Maddie from Florida. So they know how to give it, you know, bro. This ain't nothing new. So yeah, you know, shout out to both of them. Tasha know I like TS know I like that. Yeah. So ain't nobody being fake or anything like that. Both parties get to express themselves how they want to express themselves. So let me shout out to Tony Baby again. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Happy 4th to you as well, sweetie. Shout out to True Dope Live, Mr. Papa Tempe. I love you, and my sexy red voice. I love you too. Shout out to Angela Johnson. Thank you so much. She says, you are my J and Joy. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you so much. I love you, Angela. Shout out to my baby Tasha Sherry. She says, you bring the fire, Sean. Tip and hit the like for our boo SDW. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Tasha. Thank you. Shout out to Kendall for the super sticker. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, love. Shout out to my baby Janae for the super sticker. I love you. She says, just because love you, hashtag Poppington. I love you too, sweetheart. Shout out to Sabrina Lee for becoming a member. Love you down. Shout out to my baby Gemini twin that is always gifting y'all memberships. Shout out to my baby. Love you, Gemini twin. Thank you. And y'all say thank you to her if you got a membership from her. Shout out to Bring the Mess TV for the super sticker. She says, I don't think you should stop talking about anyone if they are in the news. Your LGBT home is different from the news. Love you, TS. So that was definitely for TS Madison. Shout out to Bring the Mess. And I agree. I think TS Madison should talk about what she wants to talk about. Like, don't censor yourself because people are being so sensitive. People are always going to be sensitive. But now it makes more sense hearing TS say like the reasons to why she felt like she should back up off the topic of talking about Netta. And when I saw that made sense, the backstory, because again, we didn't know. We were wondering, like, okay, well, what's the tension there? Why is people, putting this together? Besides what Craig said, what are people connecting this for? To, anyway. So shout out to TS for coming up and letting us know that. Shout out to Gemini Twin. She says Netta better get back to cooking. For Charles, your lunch is ready. She doesn't want no smoke with TS. I agree. On Netta, you ain't ready for no TS, girl. You're going to need some backup, girl, because you're not ready for no TS in them, girl. Shout out to Auntie for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Thank you. Shout out to I Come in Peace. She says, who are the women that support TS? Because you obviously don't love yourself. If you do, respect the image you are trying to be. Shout out to I Come in Peace. That's what she had to T.S. Madison. And then also says, white T.S. women do not speak like this. Yeah, I don't know none of that stuff. So, but shout out to you. I Come in Peace. Shout out to Gemini 20 again. She says it was a ring from me. Yeah, she gagged me with that. I was like, woo! T.S. definitely gagged me with that. Shout out to T.S. Miss Maddie, keep going, ma'am. Occupy all spaces, gather all bags, hair flip. And Emma World 2. Shout out to Stacy for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And she sent another one. Shout out to Stacy again. She said, Maddie got Tiggo Bitties at the top and Dong at the bottom. Shout out to what's my baby name? That sing that song. Oh my girl. Oh, skipping my mind right now. Oh my girl, that's my baby. I follow her on all platforms as well. What is my baby name? I got so many names stuck in my head right now. And I want to give her accolades. Now I have to go look because I have to give my baby. Okay. Y'all probably already said it in the chat, but I will because I'm already clicking it. Sunky Angel, my baby. Shout out to my baby. I love Sunky Angel. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Shout out to Sunky Angel. That's my girl. And she sings that song, Titties at the Top, bottom. Make sure y'all go check that out and download it if you have not already. Shout out to Special Girl for being a member for 3 months. Thank you so much. She says, keep up the good work, Sean. Thank you so much. Shout out to Stacy for sending the super sticker. Thank you so much, Stacy. And again, Stacy sends a lot of super stickers. Shout out to you, Stacy. So I found out Miss Netta is a few weeks ago, and I've been knowing of Miss Maddie for millions of years. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Netta, though, too. We love Netta as well. Shout out to It's Me Her. Says, Maddie, teach me how to read, bitch. Or could you read my boss for me? Shout out to you. Shout out to Stacey Galore again. She says, hold on. When Madison said Tasha got them old football head kids, I fell and bumped my head laughing. And I'm going, now y'all know I keep it off the children. But TS, no filter. So TS like, look at here, I don't care. It is what it is. So shout out to TS Madison and again, Tasha K. Shout out to Tracy Renee. She says, my neck ain't dirty. I cannot. So shout out to all of you. Thank you all so much for being here. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, and shout out to Brenda for the cash app. Thank you so much. Shout out to Tammy and Lori. Shout out to Brenda, Tammy, and Lori for the cash apps. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Happy 4th again to everyone. Shout out to Kendall for the super sticker as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Now, we've been live going on almost 4 hours. I never stay live this long. Y'all is welcome. Y'all is welcome. I love you, love you, love you, love you. Again, I don't have to smoke for nobody. Shout out to Armon Wiggins. Shout out to Tasha K. Shout out to Claudia Jordan. Shout out to Al Reynolds. Shout out to Miss Netta. Shout out to T.S. Madison. And thank you again, T.S. Madison, for coming up on my show. I really, really, really appreciate it. I really do. So again, shout out to all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We had another lit show, and I'm a girl. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my day with my family, and I might jump on coffee later on this evening after we come back in. So y'all look out for that. But until the next show, I love you all. Again, thank you for being a part of this broadcast. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. Again, the views and opinions of the people that hit my panel today, shout out to T.S. Madison, are her opinions, okay? That has nothing to do with my ideology or the way that I think. So, yeah, some things I agree with, some things I didn't, of course, naturally. So I love you guys. Until the next show.